Helo a chroeso I Barc Pont-y-pŵl. Mae hi'n lle anodd I ddod. Dim ond dwywaith mae pŵlau wedi colli fan hyn yn y gyngrair yn oes Super Rygbi Cymru. Felly tybed beth sy'n ei hi'n gymaint o her i'r ymwelwyr.
Mae Pontypool wedi ffrwydro ar lwyfan Super Rygbi Cymru.
Pontypool Park yn fortress. Mae'n lle anodd I ddod I ffwrdd gyda buddugoliaeth.
Marcus Jones yn dod I Pontypool ar y blaen.
The atmosphere is great, no matter how bad the weather is as well.
Scott Matthews! O'n i'n drysto! O'n I ma fe!
Mae'r corff yn gyrthiol iawn, mae llawer ohonyn dod mas i'n cynnig i tîm sy'n lle anodd iawn I chwarae.
Pac mawr a mae'r dorf ar eich pennau chi, mae fe'n lle anodd I fynd.
Meek sy'n ffigio yn bylchu am gais a phwynt bonus i'r tîm gartre.
Mae'n lle dwi'n hapus I chwarae a ddim angen teithio I.
Yn ogystal â chryw S4C, y diwyniad o Aberafan sy'n ymweld â Barc Pontypool heno yn llawn hyder ar ôl buddugoliaeth mawr dros rygbi Gogledd Cymru ddydd Sadwrn. Ac er record cryf gatre, mae pŵlau eistedd yn seithfed gyda tair fuddugoliaeth o'i 6 gêm. Y porthmyn o lan ymdyfri sy'n arwain y ffordd, y moa gêm yn llaw gyda Glenebwy sy'n ail. Fe nath Cysnewydd sicrhau buddugoliaeth gyntaf ddydd Sadwrn yn erbyn neb llai na Glenebwy, ond maen nhw dal ar y gwaelod ar hyn o bryd. A ymwelwyr heno, Aberafan, yn bumed fel mae'n sefyll, ond fase'r buddugoliaeth heno yn symud nhw i'r trydydd safle. Na, maen nhw chweched yn yr ymwynedd am y tro o leiaf, dwi'n methu cyfri. Ond dyna ni, gall digon newid erbyn diwedd y noson. Mae'n lle anodd, ond mae'n lle angerddol hefyd, Pont-y-pŵl, a ni wrth ein boddau I fod mae heno yng nghwmni cyn-gapten Cymru, Sioned Harris, a mewnwr Cymru, Ciren Hadi. Gwerthfawrogi dy amser di'n fawr, Ciren, achos mae'n wythnos prysur. Mae'n wythnos gyffroes hefyd, oes newydd o dan Steve Tandy, be mae fe, be mae Matt Sherrod, be mae Danny Wilson I dod, a sut mae pethau mynd?
Ie, mae pethau wedi bod yn wych wythnos ma, mae wedi bod yn neis cael cysylltu ar chwaraewyr ar y fforddwyr newydd a beth ni wedi sôn am, beth ni'n trial adeiladu ar gyfer y tymor a ni'n disgwyl mlaen ar y cwbl o wythnosau nesaf sydd I ddod I cael adeiladu a beth ni wedi gwneud o'r blaen.
A canolbwyntio ar y rygbi dwi'n siŵr, achos mae digon o ddadlau, digon o drafod wedi bod oddi ar y cae, cyfnod cythryblus. Sut wyt ti'n delio gyda fe? Sut mae Steve Tandy yn rheoli pethau?
Ni gyd ni'n siarad am beth sy'n bwysig yw'r rygbi ar y funud. Ni gyd ni wedi bod yn positif iawn yn beth ni'n trial siarad am beth a beth ni'n trial cael mas o'n gilydd a ni gyd ni'n disgwyl mlaen eto i'r cwbl o gemau sydd I ddod.
Ie, bydd mwy drafod am y dyfodol yn ystod yr egwyl, ond at gêm heno, Sioned, achos ni'n gwybod bod y 6 ucha yn mynd yn syth drwodd i'r rowndiau terfynol ar ddiwedd y tymor, felly mae momentum yn bwysig, Pontypool yn seithfed ar hyn o bryd. Cysondeb sy'n angen yn nhw?
Ie, fi'n credu, mae'r ddoi tîm yn weddol tebyg, really, gyda'i canlyniadau nhw hyd yn hyn. Mae'r ddoi tîm wedi ennill 3 gêm, colli 3 gêm, ond fi'n credu beth sy'n bwysig I Pontypool yw ennill y gemau cartref nhw a cymeryd mantes o'r gemau cartref a ti sôn. Maen nhw'n chwarae yn erbyn Aberafan heno sydd yn y 6 safle, un safle uwch na nhw. Felly, wrth gwrs, mae gêm heno'n hynod o fantol I ddoi dîm, ond wnaethon ni clywed y chwaraewyr yn chwarae ar ben y rhaglen fyna bod nhw'n moyn wneud Pontypool yn ffortress a bod nhw'n lle anodd ddod I wario. Felly, mae fe'n bwysig bod nhw'n cymryd buddugoliaethau yn y gemau cartref nhw. Ie,
Aberafan oedd y rhanbarth I y gweilch, Ciren, a ni ddadansoddi chwarae nhw'n y man, ond edrych mlaen I weld nhw'n mynd yn gyffredinol.
Maen nhw'n sgori lot o ceisiau dda tymor ma, maen nhw'n trial symud y bêl na'n bwyty. A y ffordd maen nhw'n trial wario'r gêm, maen nhw'n trial lledu'r pêl, felly bydde bach yn anodd heno falle achos yr ymodau, ond disgwyl mlaen I weld nhw.
Gadewch I ni droi ein sylwdau at tîm y dywyniad, yr ymwelwyr heno sydd wedi dod I Barc Pontypool. Dylan James sy'n dechrau fel pen rhydd, rhan o'r gweilch, ac yn bwerus iawn yn y sgrym. Yn debyg i'w dada, Paul James. Charlie Thomas yn dechrau yng Nghrys Rhydeg am y tro cyntaf tymor yma, yn gyn y chwaraewr Academi'r Gweilch, chwaraewr creadigol iawn sy'n gyffroes I wylio, a mae Corey Lewis Jenkins ar yr asgell. Nid yw wedi bod yn rhan o'r gweilch ers diwedd tymor diwethaf. Gwneud ei y mwyaf o'i gyfle fe fan hyn, 12 cais mewn 26 gêm I Aberafan, ac mae'n sylwebydd ni heno o ein Gwynedd gyda'r prif hyfforddwr Jason Hyatt.
Yeah, do you have Jason Hyatt, and I'm sure Jace, like me, you're glad the rain's keeping off at the moment, but take me back to the weekend beating RGC. It must have given you a lot of confidence coming into this one.
Yeah, I thought our scrum and our set piece work was outstanding. You know, it was difficult again. We seem to be playing in tough conditions most games this year, but we managed the wind, I thought, really well. Went in with a good lead, 26-21 at half-time into the wind. And I thought we showed some nice maturity then going into that last 5 minutes, you know, where RGC sort of had a bit of a revival. But I think, for me, the game was won in the last 10 minutes. In the first 20 minutes of the first half, with our scrum dominating. Interestingly, RGC made changes late in that first half, and I thought that spoke volumes of our scrummaging performance.
It's 3 wins from 6. Are you a glass half full or a glass half empty type of guy?
I think it's pleasing because more than the just looking at the wins, we're playing some really nice rugby, especially in attack. We've scored some lovely tries, and we seem to be putting sides under a lot of pressure, especially from open play. So, 3 from 6. I think I'd prefer to be 6 from 6, but 3 from 6 is acceptable.
Well, good luck tonight. Okay, thank you for the chat. Chris Davies neibio fanna yn trio tynnu coes, mae o wedi ymlacio ar gyfer heno yma hefyd. Lle anodd yn draddodiadol wrth gwrs i ddod fan hyn, Parc Pontypool. Gwilym Evans dal allan ar y cae yn cnesu fyny. Ond seren y gêm yn erbyn rygbi Gogledd Cymru, mae'n rhaid bod chdi'n falch efo'r perfformiad di.
Oedd e'n gêm cyntaf nôl, felly i Aberafon blwyddyn mas, ond nes i mwynhau, oedd e'n ar y deg, oedd i'n chwarae rygbi really dda, so oedd e'n a cael y canlyn yn y diwedd, so nes i mwynhau'n fawr. Ti di'r captan heno yma. Faint o les mae chwarae Aberafon i wneud i dyrfa rygbi di? Ti'n dal yn ŵr ifanc. Ti'n cynrychioli'r gweilch rhyw bythefnos nôl ben Glasgow, dros y ha hefyd yn ben Exeter. Faint o les mae wedi cael ei chwarae yn ebyn dynion calad yn y Super Rygbi di wneud i chi? Mae wedi bod yn enfawr fel blwyddyn diwethaf, blwyddyn cyntaf fi'n chwarae erbyn dynion, a nath fel hyfforddwr wedi cefnogi fi mawr i fel chwarae pob wythnos. Ti'n cael bach o gysondeb wedyn, a nes i teimlo bod i'n chwarae rili dda blwyddyn diwethaf. Mae wedi dod â cyfleoedd newydd fi, a maen nhw dal i cefnogi fi. Felly, fi'n methu fel ffolto Aberavon, maen nhw wedi bod yn arbennig gyda fi, a fi'n hapus bod nôl a chwarae gyda'r boys. Felly, fi'n cael bach o fel cydbwysedd rhwng y ddau ar hyn o bryd, felly fi'n edrych mlaen eto.
Falch i gael chdi nôl, pob lwc yn yma, gobeithio gyda'n llygad ddi arall. Da iawn, pob lwc, joia.
Mae un o flaen ysgellwyr y gweilch wedi mynd o chwarae Aberafon i'r llewod. Jack Morgan, wrth gwrs. Dyn ni ddim yn rhoi yr un pwysau ar sgwyddau y fachgen yma. Mae'n dipyn o dalent, Sioned.
Odi mae mae fe dal yn grwtyn ifanc fyd, o'n 22 mlwydd oed, ond mae fe jyst wedi bod yn wir gyffeiliad i Aberafon eleni. Fel ni'n gweld fan hyn, ei sgiliau trafod e. Mae fe'n hynod hyderus gyda'r bêl yn ddwylo ac hebddo fe, mae fe'n gadarn, gryf dros y pêl, mae da fe natur a cymeriad rhif 7 naturiol. Ac wrth gwrs mae'r cyflymder mewn golym ar llinell cais. Mae Mark Jones hefyd wedi gwobrwyo fel enni, dath off y fainc yn erbyn Glasgow. A fel nes ti sôn, mae yna dipyn o chwaraewyr talentog o'i flaen efo yn y gweilch, ond colled y gweilch gyffeiliad Aberafon pan mae fe'n iach gallu wara.
Jack Morgan, Harry Dave, gymaint o ddymder yn dy ranbarth di, Ciaran. Sut gymeriad yw o gwmpas y lle?
Mae'n wedi dod mewn, mae'n wedi bod yn gret, mae'n dysgu trwy amser, mae'n eitha ffodus gyda rhywun fel Jack, mae'n dysgu un o chwaraewyr gorau'r byd, ond mae'n digon o egni dy fe, mae'n dysgu pob dydd, mae'n dod mewn i pob sesiwn ymarfer, mae'n cadw gwella, felly fwy o gêm oedd mae'n sisio na fe, gawn ni weld beth mae'n wneud.
Right, wel, y tro diwetha, nath y ddau dîm yma gwrdd Aberafon a tha hi o 26 i 24. Dim ond 2 bwynt oedd ynddi. Y cais yma yn un allweddol, y giclet draws gan Charlie Thomas yn ffeindio Rhys Thomas ar yr asgell y gêm yna. Nôl yn mis Ebrill, ond mi fydd Charlie Thomas yn gobeithio lliwio'r chwarae yn yr un modd heno. A dyma'r tîm fydd yn gobeithio, wel, am gwelliant heno i Pontypool, 4 draig ifanc yn dechrau pwle. Owen James yn dechrau fel prop Pentin, 7 cap i Gymru dan ugen a 2 gêm rhanbarthol i'r dreigiau yw enw fe. Evan Minto ar y flaen asgell, 9 cap i Gymru dan ugen yn barod, a allith e ychwanegu rheini falle blwyddyn yma gan fod y dal ddim ond yn 19 oed. A Iwan Rosa yn gefnwr, 24 mlwydd oed nawr, 26 gêm i'r rhanbarth iddo fe yn y 2 tymor diwetha. O'n i'n mynd i sôn am ddraig arall, Morgan Lloyd. Darbenigedd di fel mewn o'r Ciaran, beth ti'n neud o'i steile?
Mae'n rhywun cyffroes pan mae'n cymryd y bêl a mae'n cymryd pobl arno. Welwn ni fe cwpl o weithiau'r dreigiau tymor diwetha. Fi'n credu warydd yn dda pan gathai'r cyfle, ond mae'n mynd i fod yn galed. Yn ywedig yn y gyngor yma, achos yr ymodau a stwff sydd i ddod heno. So beth sy'n bwysig i fe heno, fel mae'n felly reoli'r gêm gyda'i hyneri arall. wario tiriogaeth, ond twyd, yn amlwg mae'n felly wneud beth sy'n lot o pobl arall yn gallu wneud, felly sgori ceisiau, felly wneud pethau digwydd mas o dim byd, ond twyd, lot o brofiad sy'n siŵr fe a digon amser, a mae fe mae'n wario'r dreigiau, felly bydd pwynt o fe profi yno.
Ie, beth yw ei brif sgilau fel mewnwr? Mae'n bywiog iawn, rhai falle cicio cryfder, rhai eraill y weledigaeth.
Ie, mae fe'n disgwyl fe redwr ydw, fe'n pwerus, mae'n moyn cymryd pobl arno, mae'n disgwyl fe'n sgori ceisiau tromser. Mae rhaid bod ti'n gwneud swm bach o popeth, fi'n credu nawr yn y gêm, yn ymwedig y ffordd mae'n mynd gyda'r cico, paso, popeth, ar reoli'r gêm, ond mae popeth y fe i wneud cam nesaf na fi'n credu. Ie,
ni wedi sôn mai 50% yw'r record nhw, ennill tair, colli oedd i hanes nhw wythnos diwetha yn erbyn Caerdydd o 31 pwynt i 3. Beth sy'n angen gwella?
Wel, twyd beth sy'n siomedig yw fel wnaethon nhw colli yn erbyn Caerdydd, wnaethon nhw ddim sgorio dim ceisiau, fel ni'n gweld fan hyn, maen nhw'n ildio nifer o ceisiau o'r safle gosod o'r sgarmau symudol, felly fi'n siŵr bydd hwnna'n elfen o'r chwarae, bydden nhw'n edrych i tacluso lan mae hyn, ond wedig gyda ffordd o'r Aberafon yn dweud yn barod, mae fe'n balch iawn gyda fel maen nhw yn defnyddio'i safleoedd gosod i ymosod.
Right, wel, ni wedi clywed barn Sioned Harris a dadansoddi Sioned Harris ar y gêm a mae'r prif hyfforddwr Tom Hancock gyda ni nawr. Tymor cymysglyd, dechrau ddawol yn erbyn Abertawe, wedi dod nôl mewn iddi yn erbyn y Cwins. Beth fath o le yn erbyn Caerdydd?
Ie, Sion yn llygad i lle o ran safle gosod, ardal y daclon ni'n ail i Gaerdydd ar y dydd. Mae'r dau na'n ardal rili mawr yn y gêm. Os ti ddim yn cael y doi beth na'n iawn, mae'n anodd iawn i adeiladu unrhyw beth o safon o ran pwysau ar y gwrthwynebwyr. O ran y tymor hyd yn hyn, cymysglyd anghyson, un neu ddau perfformiad rili da, un neu ddau rili gwael. Beth ni'n edrych amdano hyn yw gorffen y bloc ar nodyn positif, ennill 4 mas o 7, dyw e ddim yn wych, ond dyw e ddim yn disaster fel petai, ond mae eisiau ni wella.
Mae 8 newid y ti heno o'r tîm a chwarae yn y Gaerdydd. Oeddi hwnna newidiadau tactegol neu perfformiadau personol, neu falle ydych chi jyst yn edrych i targedu'r gymau cartref yma?
Cymysgedd, rili, cwbl o anafiadau, rai o chwaraewyr ar gael wythnos ma o ddim ar gael wythnos wetha, a wedyn hefyd yn chwarae di sadwn a troi'r gêm rown yn gyflym i nos Iau. Weithiau, e wastad yn rhan o'r cynllun i gael newid rai, fe bod ni'n dod â sgwad eitha ffresh mewn heno.
Ar y modau sy'n dod un o Tom, ti'n gweld yn glaw yn dod lawr, mae'n bach o gwynt mas, a dyna newid y ffordd chi mae'n war ar gêm.
Ie, oedden ni wedi paratoi ar gyfer hwn, beth ni'n gweld na'r yn dod mewn. Bydd rai ni'n credu tynhau'r gêm, weithiau bydd yn rwyddach falle ddim i gael y bêl mewn rai manner gêm eddi, a bacio'n gêm gicio, yn gêm amddiffyn ni, a cwrs o'r bêl. Pan ni'n yn cario'r bêl, fi wedi siarad i'r bechgyn amdano fod yn rili gywir, a na i siŵr bod y bêl ddim yn tasgu mas o ardal y dacla, lleihau faint o gamgymeriadau gwalla sy'n yn ein gêm ni. Sa'n siŵr os bydd yn gêm bert, ond fydd dyle fe fod yn siwto cefnogwyr Pontypool, maen nhw'n mwynhau y math yma o beth, a bydd e'n siwto tîm ni hefyd.
Ie, gair am y cefnogwyr. Cefnogwyr ffyddlon, neu dyn nhw'n nuts?
Ffyddlon. I fod yn deg, maen nhw'n cefnogi ni trwy popeth wastad wedi yn y blynyddoedd le o'n i yn yr is-gyngrair a ffili do lan oedd y cefnogaeth a rifau'n gret. Maen nhw'n gallu fod yn eitha berniadol pan maen nhw ddim yn cael beth nhw'n disgwyl, ond maen nhw wedi cael traddodiad lan fan hyn o safle gosod o chwarae cadar yn ardal dacl, a pan ni ddim yn dangos falle gwir gallu ni'n ardaloedd yma, maen nhw yn mynd yn siomedig a maen nhw'n cael ni wybod, ond ffyddlon iawn.
A ti wastad yn croesawu'r sylwadau yna, dwi'n siŵr, Tom. Diolch yn fawr. Diolch yn fawr. Joia heno, a gewn ni sgwrs gyda ti yn ystod y gêm neu wedi'r gêm, ond dyma ni mae'r amser wedi dod. Amser ar gyfer y gic gynta ac i ymuno yn tîmau sylwebu. English language commentary is available with Dave Rogers and Kieran Hardy, Owain Gwynedd a Sioned Harris sydd gyda chi yn y Gymraeg.
Welcome everybody to Pontypool Park, where the nights are getting darker, a little bit colder and a little bit wetter. But two teams tonight who seem to bring out the best and the worst in each other, and whatever happens, it's a close game. The last 4 have been separated by a converted score or less. Sometimes they're squeaky, 12-10 back in 2023. Sometimes they're very entertaining. 45-39 the last time they met here at Pontypool Park. But the rain is falling. Owain Gwynedd was a little bit presumptuous in his pre-match interview where he said it was dry. It is greasy. But we've got 2 teams here, 3 wins, 3 losses. A victory today to put themselves back into playoff contention in the early phases of this season would be absolutely massive. And the visitors, Aberavon, coming off the back of an excellent victory against RGC as well. but it doesn't matter what is going on elsewhere. This place is a fortress for this team. 4 Dragons in the starting lineup for Pontypool tonight. And they find themselves coming off the back of a defeat. And this is what the team looks like as well. Those 4 Dragons being Ewan Rosser at fullback, Morgan Lloyd at 9, Owain James at tight head, and Evan Minto. Those 2 senior academy players, Wales under-20s, and they've gone strong on the bench as well. The likes of Harry Ford and Scott Matthews able to come in and make an impact. In fact, both teams have very much looked at the bench as a way to have a game changer. As for Aberavon, they brought Joe Gage in last minute. He comes in for Scott Del Nevo, which means Felix Gilbert comes onto the bench. They have gone strong, but they've also given opportunities. Charlie Thomas given the 10 jersey ahead of Keelan Cullen tonight. And the Dylan James versus Owain James battle is one that I'm very much looking forward to. Craig Evans, the man in charge tonight. Still doing his shorts up, but I'm not sure they're going to slip down. Although it might be a little bit like a slip and slide out there tonight. Pontypool versus Aberavon. Pontypool kicking off in their traditional hoops of white, black and red. Aberavon, the Wizards, in the red and black. Pontypool differentiated by the white shorts, but I'm not sure how long they're going to remain white in these conditions.
Let's go.
Box kick. And there's going to be a big challenge. I think there's going to be lots of those today. Ewan Rosser absolutely drilled. It's Gwilym Evans who's the first there. He captains the team tonight, despite Joe Gage being drafted in. And now it's up to Pontypool to exit early on.
No, leave it. It's there. The ball is there, boys. Use. Stay forward.
So Morgan Lloyd, box is clear. Oh, that's... it looked like it had gone forward. In fact, it was gathered. So 2 big challenges for the back 3 early on. And having made the short but moist journey from the studio to the commentary position, Kieran Hardy. Might be a tough night for these lads now with this rain coming down.
Yeah, probably everything I expected in the first couple of minutes. You know, a couple of kicks from the 9s and the wingers and the back 3 being in the game a lot. And I think with the weather, that's probably what it's going to take to get some field position.
That was Joe Gage there with his first touch at 15. We've seen him in the centres for this team. Wasn't expecting to start at all. He was part of the shake-up in the back 3. They have got an out-and-out full-back in Felix Gilbert, the former Cardiff University man.
On.
Oh, they've let that bounce. Bit of footballing skill from Morgan Lloyd, but not before the ball was knocked on. And that's the first little win in that kicking battle for Aberavon.
Yeah, and you know, when the weather is what it's like out there at the moment, that's the kind of way you find your way into the game and get a bit of territory, and then you can obviously start to try and move the ball then. But it's going to be pretty difficult to get up the field to asking too many questions, passing and going through phases. So I think this is the easiest route for both teams.
There's a mark, lads.
Well, hopefully we're going to spend a lot of time talking about scrum halves tonight. On a night like this, we've just seen Morgan Lloyd there finding himself trapped in the backfield. Is that somewhere where we can expect the 9s to be, or is he in there covering for someone else?
It looks like their system, to be honest. But you know, with scrum halves traditionally, you might look at dropping into the chip zone anyway. With the conditions being the way they are, maybe you will drop a bit deeper, just to give the back 3 a bit of extra coverage and a bit of a better hand.
Well, before the ball's even in, Craig Evans gives the penalty. Yeah, and that's an early win for Aberavon, and a decision to be made here. Points or corner?
Just go on and behind the line, okay? Thank you.
Well, they're back in the pack here. Charlie Thomas in the 10 jersey tonight. Say a young 10, they're all young for Aberavon, aren't they?
Straight in
this season, they've largely been the youngest squad in the league.
How many? On front man, boys, please. Yeah. Thank you. 5. Time to adjust.
So George Merritt, 22nd birthday for the hooker today. Picks out Cameron Loveys. And now the pack can go to work. The drive started well. Still a long way to go, though. About 15 metres out. Willem Evans, captain tonight, adds his weight. And now Jardine in at first receiver. So Charlie Thomas has a bit of space. Joe Gage gets met, but he's strong in the contact. And no-look pass is risky on a night like tonight. But Corey Lewis-Jenkins gets drilled by Carrick McDonough. Ashton Evans, the oldest man on the field for Aberavon tonight.
Release, pull up!
Marsh takes that in. Little nudge in behind.
Boys, accidental, he couldn't avoid being touched. Scrum, Pontypool ball.
And the attack comes to
Kicked in
nothing.
his own man. Scrum. Last scrum was fighting inside. I'm going opposite.
So the referee's going to stick on that near side of ours. It was the far side that it was called in on. Let's take a look at this accidental offside. Oh, right.
He sets up, you adjust to him. It's his ball.
Right in the rump.
Yeah, that's fine. It's
He even stuck it out to expect it.
Crouch! Bind!
There's a bit of a breeze out there at the moment. It's in the favour of Aberavon, but it's not a huge win. Certainly not as much as it was in their RGC game last week. Left boot of Johan Evans. Oh, fantastic kick. And that's a nice clean exit.
It is, and it's quite intelligent as well, because they go through a pair of hands, so they go to the 12, which actually moves the backfield and brings the winger up a little bit to leave that space in behind. So they just manipulated the backfield, and I wouldn't say it's a high-risk play. It's a one-pass play, and they're still able to find grass and get some territory that they wanted.
There's definitely some golfers in that back line, because you could hear them shouting, "Sit, sit!" But it was absolutely perfect. One bouncing in.
That's once, two!
And Dan Hill making a nuisance of himself for Pooler there, but they can't get anywhere near the ball.
Stay
George Merritt
Stay where you are.
finds Whitlock.
Onside.
And again, sends it up. Good chase required, but some lovely footwork. Sam Jardine. Strong shoulder from the 12. It's his first start to the season. Former Glamorgan cricketer, so will not be used to playing sport in this weather.
Good.
So another decent kick. Pooler have got that right foot, left foot combo in midfield. Joe Gage.
Aberavon back.
Quite a few left footers out there today, actually. Ewan Rosser. Little hitch kick and then physical carry.
Sorry.
But sometimes
Pull on the line number. Okay.
When you rev the engine like that, you end up looking a bit silly when you get bundled into touch.
It's pretty positive from Pontypool, though, considering the conditions, to bring the ball back the way they did. They probably wanted to stay in field there and get a bit of possession in Aberavon's territory, but nonetheless, I think the fullback, Ewan Rosser, seen him play for the Dragons, and it's a pretty positive start from him.
Yeah, he played a dozen games for Dragons last season. Oh, referee.
No advantage. There's no advantage to anyone.
Well, he's right. There is no advantage to everyone. It's an overthrown line out via the bonce of Craig Evans, and it's Aberavon ball.
Stop.
That one a little bit too deep for a kick to compete, and Ewan Rosser can have a go here. He's gone inside, and Pat Lewis can stride away. McDonough on the outside, but he goes on the inside, and Lloyd's going to score. A fabulous Pontypool try. Well, the kick was a little bit deep. It gave Ross a space, but Pontypool did incredibly well.
It did, and again, being positive from the back, he beats his first man. And what's positive for Pontypool is how many numbers they got flooding around them. And like every good 9, he's on the inside, then he picks it up. But I think Ewan Ross has had a very, very good start to the game. I mean, considering the conditions, it would have been easy to probably kick that back, but beats the first man and then the way they're flooding through is pretty positive for them.
Well, that's a bit of a lesson for Aberavon, isn't it? What is the kicking game? Are they kicking for territory or are they kicking to compete? Because if it's a mix of the two, then they're going to be in trouble. That conversion's missed. But Morgan Lloyd gets on the end of an excellent score. Let's have another look at it. Yeah, they had 4 options there, didn't they? I mean, Lloyd scored it, Meek was there, Jones was there, McDonough was there. That's a good take. And McDonough. Willem Evans sniffing around the turnover for the first time really tonight, but off his feet.
Lads, onside. Use. Backwards, backwards.
Oh, Morgan Lloyd.
Pulled away.
A little fumble.
Use a 9. Onside.
Sometimes you just see the referees give those regardless, don't you?
Yeah, I've had a few of them given against me in my time, I'll be honest.
Well, that's knocked on, and it could open up again here for Pooler, but back goes Lewis Jenkins.
Knock on.
And so far, Pontypool winning all of the variables, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, and they're always finishing on positives at the moment. I think they're finding their way up the field, and they're looking dangerous when they do it. I think, you know, after scoring, that's when you get your most vulnerable as well. They speak about that kick-off and getting out clean after scoring 7 points, especially in the conditions. And it's a good kick. It's a kick to compete, and the way they're chasing and the way they're chasing this down, it just shows their energy tonight and the way they've dominated the first 10 minutes.
Just the one score to show for it. It's just the 3rd scrum of the night. 1 penalty to Aberavon. But the last one looked pretty solid. Just a reminder, Dylan James, George Merritt, Morgan James in the Aberavon front row, and Sam Cochran, Ewan Burrows and Owain James.
He's holding you back too much. Okay. If he's going to hold you back, that's telling me you can't control your way through the sequence. Okay?
Let's get it right. Pontypool.
Let's get it right, process. Get it right. Come on, Sammy. Scaffed it. Yes, that one. Fine, Sam.
The Aberavon bench, including Keelan Cullen, who's started every game for the Wizards until tonight. And no one can give me an answer as to why they do their subs jerseys the way they do.
Hold it.
So Cullen's in 16, but he's an outside half. Very early days of professionalism. Oh no, he has knocked it on this time, Morgan Lloyd.
Forward, scrum.
Little shake of the head there from Lloyd, but he's not going to agree, is he?
No, he's not, and I don't blame him if he doesn't agree. I didn't quite see what actually happened, but you know, especially when it's wet like this and a foot in the way in the scrum when you're trying to move the ball is always difficult, and you've got to be extra careful, and I feel for him there because it does happen at times.
Tell us about the relationship between 8 and 9 then, and how important that is at scrum time.
Yeah, massively important. I mean, you probably talk before every scrum on your own ball, just in case the scrum becomes under pressure at any point, and you need the 8 to be able to get out of there and find a way to keep the ball, because the ball is most important. But you know, it's constant communication there, and it's a bit of a feel as well. And the more you play together, the more comfortable you are with each other.
Well, there's a bit of a messy period in the game. The knock-on and then the free kick, and Ian Jones finds Mikey Herbert. And Pooler on the front foot again. Oh, turnover. Oh no, croc roll.
Drive him, don't twist him, please.
Craig Evans hot on that.
Oh, too much weight transfer my side. If he's holding you back and I go on bind you and you go in, just rest. Just rest on bind, don't transfer.
Aberavon will be very pleased with that from their captain. I mean, the energy to get back on side, to make the tackle and then get back to his feet and compete for the ball. And he forces a penalty out of Pontypool out of just being busy and being a nuisance in the breakdown.
Well, he's having a good few weeks, isn't he? Made his debut for Ospreys, had an appearance off the bench, and then player of the match against RGC last time out. I don't know what you've been feeding him at Ospreys. He looks massive.
He's been excellent since coming in, I'll be honest, and he's someone that wants to learn every day, and he hasn't got a better 7 in the world, I don't think, in Jack Morgan to be able to do that.
Not held, now you're held. Thank you, 6.
Good tackle by Evan Minto, second time round. Former Heartbreak Wales under-20s. Bit of territory here for Aberavon then. And the front rowers want to get their hands on it. Good line speed, though, from Pooler. Now Fox. Thought about the tip to Marsh, but got his head down instead. Charlie Thomas, not sure he was expecting that ball, and it's been stripped.
Knock on.
And stripped forward. So Joe Davis goes to ground, and Pooler survive again. Aberavon, a little bit blunt.
Move.
In attack in the final third. Apologies if anyone was offended by the language that may have come through the referee's mic. But he did, in fact, leave it.
Twice now. Hughes. Carry back.
Another kick to compete. Joe Gage.
Advantage, knock on.
Well, gets the touch, but it's also gone forward off a Pooler hand. Lovey's offloads well to Evans, but it's gone forward again, but no advantage. Slippery out there.
Yeah, it is, but I admire the way that both teams are trying to play the game, you know, both trying to offload. Okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with the offloads. They've been really positive, and probably just a bit unfortunate that it is greasy out there and they are going to drop a couple of balls and mistakes are going to happen. But again, that how important that kick to compete is in the air and making it a 50-50 and making transitions in these games when the weather is difficult is most important.
I'm not going to let people lie on the ball all game. But then as a coach, I got to deal with it. But it's been each now, so I'm aware of it.
Some of the scorelines that these two have been involved with this season. I mean, Aberavon have been averaging 30 points a game. The only problem is they average conceding 35. And all of a sudden that becomes an issue.
Yeah, and it's something that sometimes when you put a big emphasis on your attack, you are going to make more mistakes, and you're not necessarily defending from structure then, and it's pretty hard. But having watched a couple of the tries they've conceded in the last couple of games, teams haven't had to work too hard for them, and they'd be frustrated by that. Particularly that first one they conceded there today. They're not working too hard to score them, and they'd be frustrated because they're doing a lot of good things.
So with that try then, why did that happen? Obviously it was well executed by Pontypool, but was it because the kicking strategy was a little bit off, or was it just excellence for Rosser to get that move going?
Yeah, probably a bit of both. I think, you know, the kick's probably a couple of metres too long, but I think if you see the kick going too long, you've got to try and connect with the guy either side of you and make sure that you're comfortable together, so that the winger doesn't go and sell himself, and then we've got nobody to defend the outside. So if they connect on the run and they're able to talk to each other, then all of a sudden that ruck's on the halfway line and they're in a comfortable position.
Let's go, come on. Let's go. Go ahead, Sam. Pooler on, yeah?
Right, scrum time. We've not had a lot of joy yet.
Crouch.
Grips. Mikey, get my inside.
Bind. Set. Hold it.
Evans, little pop to Whitlock.
Flat, play on. Release.
Well, someone painted a big white line there so Craig Evans could see it was flat.
Carry back.
It's Corey Lewis-Jenkins
Release.
just off his wing.
Step.
That range just got a little bit heavier out there now. James. Tackled by Owain James.
Carry back in.
Now this
Hold in front.
is going to go up, so the chase has to be good here. Brad Roderick on the chase. Oh, it's a little fumble from Morgan Lloyd. Does very well. Not only to gather it, but to pick it up and go again to buy a little bit of time for his teammates.
Lifted.
Physical, and Ashton Evans trying to create them all. His opposite number, Ian Jones, does well to get a knee down.
Use. Hold. Clear access.
It's another excellent kick.
Backwards.
Off the chest, but backwards and up to McDonough. Now it's a foot race. Corey Lewis-Jenkins probably the quickest. Oh, it's turned over. Brilliantly done. Carrick McDonough, he's just short. Looked for all the wood like he was going to score. Evan Minto somehow repelled. But he gets over. Oh no, he's held on to it. And that is Gwilym Evans over the ball. Try-saver.
Hold it.
Absolutely remarkable from the captain.
exactly what you wanted from your captain there, the work back. You know, I think Pontypool do really well initially, and I think what they're doing better than Aberavon at the moment is competing for these kicks and making it a real contest. And then they find another kick, and all of a sudden they're down the other end of the field. But Gwilym's work rate there to get back and save his team on the try line is exceptional.
Well, the original tackle on Evan Minto.
Lines in the middle.
Incredible. And how does he get in there and stay on his feet? And ultimately deny Pooler what looked like a certain try.
Inside.
And Aberavon will be pleased with that as well, because something we spoke about was their defence obviously conceding tries a bit too softly, and their endeavour there to never give up and get back on the line and fight for each other, make it really hard for Pontypool to score was excellent.
Well, this is not an easy exit now.
Okay, turnover's got to go back for the knock-on.
Well, I tell you what, you do not usually see knock-on advantages last that long at this level of rugby. Craig Evans obviously feeling benevolent in these conditions.
Not straight to get a knock-on. Yeah. The stroke comes first, yeah, always. Inside, okay?
A lot of pressure coming on, and Aberavon's exit hasn't been brilliant. Last time they exited from here, they ended up conceding.
Aberavon, let's go. Let's speed it up, please.
Yeah, and it's probably something they've probably spoken about before the scrum now, is getting the ball off the field maybe, finding the touchline and going from somewhere where they're quite structured to defend, because at the moment they probably have struggled with those kicks and probably not quite competed enough in the air when I think it's been there to try and win it back.
Bind! Set! Hold it! Up, keep it up. Ball gone.
Better scrum. Thomas decides to put some hands on it. It's a good carry. Excellent carry from Brad Roderick.
Makes you stay behind 9.
Charlie Thomas, a little bit wider. Pat Lewis tries to usher in towards the touchline.
Ball's out.
Coming up to the halfway point of the first half. Cam Lovies carries that in.
Use it!
Another kick to compete, and this. Oh, where's that gone?
Knock on.
Oh, it's a penalty. There's a little knock on, and Craig Evans had a good look at it.
Yeah, a really good sequence from Aberavon there, because it'd have been easy to kick the ball from the scrum, as I spoke about before, but you know, they're sticking true to what they've said they've been about this year, and scoring tries and trying to move the ball, but then obviously realising when it was the best option to put momentum, try and get some momentum downfield and put pressure back on Pontypool, and look where they are now, they're in the other 22.
So yeah, a little knock on there, and it was. Sometimes you just can't resist, can you? You see that ball popping up.
Big set, you know. Big set.
And a chance here for Aberavon then, because they've not had a great deal of joy in the 22 so far, but still just 5 points down.
Advantage.
And just like that, the ball's overthrown. Ewan Burrows can gather it. Pooler deciding to run it out as well. Saying that it's a tough kick from the middle of the park.
Use! Use the 9! Advantage over for the knock-on.
Well, Lloyd has put that up. He's flirting with the touchline. Oh, a slip! Oh, and the touchline to the rescue. On that note, let's hear from Aberavon's attack coach, Swanky, who is with Lauren.
Go ahead.
Diolch, Owen. You are busy communicating messages to the pitch, I think, Chris. But Chris Davis, y ffordd o'r Aberafan gyda fi. Couple of chances haven't quite gone to hand in the 22. What is the message to the team at the moment?
At the moment, well, we all knew that Pontypool have got a very good defensive team, and we just probably are struggling to get through them at the moment, but we knew that, so we're just trying to probably kick more. We haven't done that effectively yet, so as you just saw, that was just a lost line out in the 22 in our convert zone. We haven't been able to convert, so taking those moments and probably kicking a little bit more.
And defensively, look, they're a team that are great on the counter. 5 points in it at the moment. How do you continue to contain them?
Well, I was scared first of all because I thought it was going to be one of those games where we kick until someone drops the ball, then someone scores from it. So hopefully it breaks up a little bit. But yeah, you're right. It's just got to be a bit safer with the ball. And the ball's going to be high. It's the lights are a bit dim up here, so, and the rain's coming down. So hopefully it clears up a little bit for us.
Chris, thanks for your time. Diolch. Great, thanks for that.
The lights being low is a really interesting point, isn't it? Because when the kick goes up, it disappears above the lights. Oh, goodness me, that was close. Evan Minto nearly. But yeah, the ball disappears above the lights into the dark, and it's quite difficult to keep a line on it.
Pull out retreat.
Rosser. On the throat of Joe Gage.
Hold back.
He's given that a good shoe.
Pull it back. Hold.
And that sits up nicely for Charlie Thomas.
Pull out retreat. Brad, about 13 away.
Again.
Backwards. Backwards.
Now that's gone out, but who's it gone out off?
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, Kieran Meek didn't gather it clearly, but where were his feet?
Time off. Is it already out? Is already out? Yeah. Okay, time on.
Well, that's that cleared up then. Amber Stamp Dunstan. The AR over on the far side. She was an AR in the Women's World Cup. She's done a lot of the age group internationals as well for the under-18s and the under-20s as the referee in the middle.
Vanid. Can't play the 9. Can't play the 9.
George Merritt thought he'd got there then.
He's within 1 metre of the ball. Can't play him within 1 metre.
You look get protected, don't you?
You deserve to be, I think. Otherwise the game goes to something I can't say. But yeah, look, it's a difficult one, isn't it? I think the urge to grab the 9 sometimes when you just feel like he's right there, and it's every team speak about trying to get their hands on the 9 and slow everything up and hold him down for the next phase, so he's out there on the flow. But I mean, sometimes it's more of an instinct to grab him than it is.
Yeah, because he's
a mistake.
There.
Yeah.
Alas, this is more fantastic field position here for Pooler. And these silly penalties in midfield can be really, really dangerous. This is a massive bonus now for Pontypool to pick out Evan Minto and get them all going. Iwan Burrows joins. Keeps his head up in a bit of space here. Great step from the hooker Burrows. Got rid of Morgan James. Oh, Minto's missed it. But the danger not clear yet for Aberavon, not by a long stretch.
Release, Pooler. Pooler, release. Okay, out there.
Yeah, Minto, he's caught in two minds there, wasn't he? Whether that was his ball or not. Mikey Herbert decides against the Jackal.
Use a 9.
And then Scott Whitlock looking towards the touchline. Instead, it's going to stay in. Charlie Thomas underneath it. And here goes Frankie Jones. Another powerful run from the winger. Not scared to get his head down and seek contact, is he? Inside 15 minutes to go. Lovely nudge in behind. Sits up for McDonough! And Carrick McDonough in unopposed. A beautiful kick, a beautiful bounce, a beautiful moustache, and a beautiful try.
It is, and in the conditions, these kicks are perfect. I think full credit to Pontypool. I think they've been excellent in their kicking game and the variety that they've brought to it, and the way they've all bought into it and chased. You know, these kicks. Look at the back line here. They're all attached. They're all flooding through. Again, there's a couple of them that could have scored if he needed a pass. But you know, I think he's had a great start to the game, and he's been energetic in everything he's done.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, sometimes you get a reward for all the hard graft, don't you? And he's chased really well, tackled really well, and that time, oh, look at that, absolutely perfect.
And that's probably been the difference between both teams at the moment, I think. Just the quality of kicks, the variety of kicks, and the way that Pontypool have chased their kicks and made it really hard for Aberavon is the difference.
And he's been to the barbers for a bit of waterproofing as well, by the looks of things, as Carrick. The conversion added, 12-0. Oh, and that's straight out on the full as well.
Don't scrum.
Charlie Thomas overcooking it. Big game for him tonight, Charlie Thomas as well, with Keelan Cullen on the bench.
He's there.
Oh, those are just frustrating ones for everybody.
Perfect, yeah. But the problem, I'm going to issue him holding you back. So when he lets you go, all your weight is going forward. Okay.
Tough night to come in for your first start of the season.
For weather purposes, or?
Well, just for everything. You're playing at one of the toughest grounds in the league. Weather's tough.
Crouch!
Yeah, it is. It is tough, and unfortunately, in being our age, is the only way you learn is playing in these games. You learn about yourself, you learn about the conditions, you learn about what the team needs, and ultimately makes you a better player.
Boys, you've gone sideways, need to go forward.
It's games like this where you learn a lot more than the games that you play really well in and everyone gives you credit for. I think these are the games that make players and make you a better player and more respected in the squad.
Those other games are more fun though, right?
Yeah, of course they are. Yeah. They are more fun.
Coming up to half an hour then. Aberavon yet to really have a sniff, but still just 2 scores down. Rain still coming down. It's that fine rain, isn't it? Soaks you right through.
Crouch!
Options both sides here for Pooler as well.
Bind! Set! Hold!
Well, it's going to be another reset.
We're going to get it right. Sorry. Okay.
Don't usually get 2 of those. What are you thinking as a 9 here when the scrub is still reset? Does anything change in terms of the launch ever?
Defence or attack?
Attack.
Ah, okay.
It's not his job to keep you up.
I think with the conditions the way they are, I think you'd probably be looking at kick space first, and you've got the 50-22 option, obviously, where the scrum is, if the ref said so. But usually where you're looking to attack is where their 9 defends. So if Scott Whitlock stays on the right-hand side, and they'd probably look to come down this side with a 2 that's behind the scrum at the moment, making up 2 extra numbers. But equally, if he goes in behind the scrum, then you've got both ways. But it's just those 2 in behind probably making the decision on where they think is best to defend and where maybe the best kicking option is as well.
Bind! Set!
Still 10 minutes of this first half to go. Tries from Lloyd and McDonough. They decided to go to the left. That's where they've stacked it. That missed pass for Johan Evans. It was a big shot on him.
Use! Ball's out.
About not the metres that Pooler would have looked for, but taking it close to that touchline now. The box kick the option for Morgan Lloyd. Instead, he's gone for the little dink in behind, looking for another of those great bounces. Nearly got it as well. But Joe Gage on hand to tidy up.
Okay. Use the 9 behind.
Another kick just a little bit too deep for Aberavon to compete, and these counter runs from Pontypool always looking dangerous. They've got a lot of confidence, haven't they, in that deep field? Now they're sending that one up. Johan Evans is on the chase, and well played. Charlie Thomas calls the mark.
Over here.
Quite a big frame, Johan Evans. You do not want him breathing down your neck. I think that's a little smile of relief on Charlie Thomas's face.
Okay.
Pontypool just winning these kicking exchanges at the moment. You know, the Aberavon kick slightly too long. They get a chance to bring it back. And it's clever from Pontypool as well, because even though he calls a marker, he's deep inside his own 22. The only option he's got is to put the ball off, and they got another chance to have a go now and start from set piece.
Because realistically, even if they got into a kick battle, if the ball had gone out here, it would have been looked at as a win anyway, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So the more they go, and they've broken through. Ian Jones into the 22. Big carry from Jones. Try saver from Dylan James. Great line. That's Meek. He's just short. And Pontypool knocking on the door again. Big men queuing up to carry. Dan Hill just short. Will it be Gwilym Evans to the rescue again? Or will Pooler prevail this time? Lloyd. Ooh. Well, they've got a great opportunity from the scrum here.
Pooler going forward, scrum.
But unplayable with the ball going forward.
Thanks, Amber.
That one called him from the AR as well. Wow.
Who's down, boys?
That's twice. They've been a gnat's wing away from scoring.
Okay.
Aberavon do a fantastic job there in the end to stop Pontypool from scoring. Again, it's the way they get him back and get him behind the ball. Even though, you know, they're in the wrong area of the field, the coaches will be very pleased with the way they're fighting for each other.
Good. We're good. Tell your man not play the ball away, Ed. Don't play the ball away.
7 minutes and a half to go. Clock still ticking, and as Craig Evans points out there, Poole are asking if it can be stopped, and they said, well, no, you played the ball away. Massive scrum here. Talked about Aberavon defending their line. I mean, how on earth do you defend this?
Steady. Wait.
Kieran Meek just jogging over to the right-hand side now. Cam Loveys on the blindside flank is about to get busy by the looks of things.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big space for just the 9 to cover on his own, I think.
Oh, instead, it is a pick and a go and an easy try for Ian Jones. All of that movement behind the scrum, and the big man strolls in.
Yeah, that's exactly what it does, and just that little movement to manipulate the defence a little bit, and particularly, you know, the set piece that Pontypool know they've got. They'll have a positive scrum where the 8 is able to go both sides of it without the wheel, and just that movement of the 9 and 10 in behind just takes Scott Whitlock behind the scrum. A late reaction as he moves, and then it's a one-on-one from a couple of metres out, and it'd be difficult to stop someone coming that way.
That is a fantastic accidental screen from Mikey Herbert as well. Probably the easiest try that man will score all season, but it comes off the back of a lot of graft he's done out there for over half an hour. Easy conversion then for Meek. He is 2 out of 3. It is 19-0.
More or less, yeah.
And very much so far, so good. I didn't get offered a celebratory suite, did you?
I haven't been offered anything since I got
No,
here.
nope, nothing.
Paul was.
That's a good restart, and Gwilym Evans is there searching. Oh, nice feet. Well played, Morgan Lloyd. Oh, and out of the back door as well. McDonough's there, but he's just popped his boot on the paint.
Leave it. Put it down. Put it down.
Well, that wasn't too far away from being brilliant.
That's fine.
It wasn't, and it was, you know, it was instinctive, wasn't it? The ball just shot out, and he seen an opportunity, knew he couldn't get a kick away, and then, you know, brave enough to throw the offload as well. And on another day, you know, the winger could be 50 metres upfield there, and it's brilliant play. Takes him on, he looks strong.
Well, he's playing like it's 20 degrees in May.
I'm not really sure I've seen him stand in touch, but...
Well, the AR was there, and that was the call. Sam Jardine. Can Aberavon get something before half-time? Loveys.
You're holding him in at 1.
A bit of tempo here from Whitlock. Wants to go. One-handed catch on Brad Roderick. Big fend on Kieran Meek. And another opportunity for Aberavon. They've been largely blunt so far. But at 19-7 at half-time, they feel a lot better than 19-0. George Merritt, bang in front of the post, 8 metres out. And this is where Pontypool can really come into their own. They've got the line set, the line speed is good, but Whitlock with a little snipe, so no scrum half here for Aberavon. Ross Fox steps in, short pass, Merrick. That shock of ginger hair. Ashton Evans has a pick, he's tackled down low. Just a metre to go now. Ross Fox.
2 offside.
But playing with a penalty advantage. Oh, lovely bit of footwork, but still just short.
Try.
Oh, but it's been given, finally. Something to celebrate for Aberavon. Whitlock from close range.
3 minutes.
19 points to 5, and finally a little bit of life in the Aberavon attack.
Yeah, and you could argue he's the one that started it, taking the quick tap, and you know, it's everything they've needed. They've needed a bit of energy, they needed a bit of spark into the game. And to be fair to them, they came alive then, the 22, didn't they? The forwards went through a lot of good work, a lot of good carries, came up short a couple of times. And that's a nice dream, isn't it? Just a line and nobody in front of you to dive over. So.
So Charlie Thomas, just a reminder that Aberavon do have a little bit of wind advantage in this first half. And the extras are added, 19-7, couple of minutes to go till half-time.
You're going left, Kier.
Meek, oh, it's a good take. It's been a tough half for Aberavon. Pontypool have been excellent. Well worth the 2-score lead. Perhaps feel as though they could have had definitely one more. Try scorer Whitlock sends it up again, a little bit too deep to compete. Ewan Rosser not had many opportunities. But when he has, he's dangerous. Not featured for Dragons yet this season. So games like today will do him the world of good.
He's trying. Ball's there. 9. Ball's there. I'll give you time. I'll give you time.
Craig Evans giving the man on the floor the benefit of the doubt, but it is awfully slow. Pooler won't mind that, though.
Advantage, knock on. No advantage. Scrum.
So we do have time for the scrum. Here's their time for Aberavon to get one more score before half-time. I'll tell you what, even if it's only 3 points.
Less than a minute.
Given the amount that they've been under the cosh.
Yeah, it's pretty much bang on, yeah.
They would be absolutely delighted with any points on the board.
20 seconds, pretty much good.
But they're not going to have long. Next stoppage will do it by the time this scrum's set.
Just call it. Space, boys, get our heads in the spaces.
Let's go, boys.
Crouch! Bind!
So our clock's gone red. Last phases.
Set! Hold!
For the first half that's largely belonged to the home team. Whitlock, Thomas, perhaps looking for a little wraparound play, but instead it's at the jumper from Jardine.
Lucky 7.
Oh, ball over the top, into some space, and now the opportunity for some pace. Corey Lewis-Jenkins drops it on the toe. Oh, it's a great take. And that could have gone into touch to end the half, but maybe Pooler want more. Oh, my goodness.
No effect, he's stealing the ball.
It's a turnover penalty.
Side, no effect, clearly holding on.
Marcus Jones could have kicked that ball into touch and ended the half, but now Aberavon had a penalty and a decision to make. Brilliant work at the breakdown. And Aberavon turning down the chance at 3. I mean, that's a fabulous pass. Yeah. Corey Lewis-Jenkins probably did the right thing here. This is wonderful cover, though. Marcus Jones comes across, scoops it out. At that point, end the half. But no, George Merritt finds his man, but it's not straight. And that probably sums up this half of rugby for Aberavon.
Through in the middle end, too. Scrum calls.
Oh, George Merritt asks Craig Evans the question, to which point Craig Evans says, throw it down the middle then too. Yeah, if it wasn't straight, Pooler throw a man up, so a contest means it's a free kick. And barring a miraculous scrum against the head, this would be the end of the first half. Will the Wizards regret not going for 3?
Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold.
That's a big effort from Aberavon, but not a legal one. And Pontypool end the half with a 12-point lead. 3 tries. Morgan Lloyd's probably the pick of the bunch. Ewan Rosser got it started. McDonough got on the end of a lovely kick through from Kieran Meek. Ian Jones strolled in. Scott Whitlock has given Aberavon a little bit of hope, but they trail at Pontypool Park. Half-time here, 19-7.
Wel, mae lle anodd i ddod beth bynnag, lle llawer anoddach yn yr ymodau heriol yma, pa chi'n trychais un ar ei hôl i. Tîm cartre, Pontypool ar y blaen, y cais gorau o'r 3 yn dod o Carrick McDonough fyna. Gic dros y top yn llwyddo i ddadgloi'r am ddiffyn. A nhw sydd wedi cael y goruchafiaeth, Sioned, llwy'r heiddi ei mantes ar hyn o bryd?
Odyn yn bendant, fy marn i. Mae gêm cico nhw wedi bod yn lot fwy effeithiol. Mae nhw wedi newid pwynt trafod ymosod. Oedd fi a Kieran yn siarad bit i'r gêm cicio. Beth mae Pontypool wedi wneud, maen nhw wedi newid y fath o gic. Maen nhw wedi newid i beth maen nhw'n gweld. Maen nhw'n cwrsio, maen nhw'n cystadlu fwy yn bethau. A beth sydd wedi gael Aberavon i lawr, does na ddim dylyniant wedi dod o ymosod. Dechrau'r gêm o'n nhw'n sôn pa mor balch o'n nhw i safleoedd gosod nhw, ond hwnna sydd wedi gadw nhw lawr hyn yn anffodus. A mae Pontypool jyst wedi cymryd pob cyfle.
Ti'n sôn am y gêm cicio, mae'r haneri yn amlwg wedi bod yn rhan o hynny. A Morgan Lloyd y mewnwr yn croesi am y cais cynta, cyfan yn dod wrth ymosod y tîm cartre, Kieran.
Ie, mae wedi bod bach o stori o'r ail hanner cyntaf yna. Tw'r ffordd mae Aberavon wedi cico bach rhy bell. A war teg Iwan Ross, mae wedi bod yn positif o'r cefen. A beth yw Pontypool yn blesa yw ffa'n y pob gallu sgorio ceisen. Y ffordd mae'r egni sydd yn nhw trwyddo. Mae 4-5 yna, fel pob mewn o'r dda. Fel ni sôn cyn y gêm, mae Morgan Lloyd na'n sgorio ceisiau.
Ie, Morgan Lloyd yn mynd â hi, ond Iwan Ross fyna Sioned yn ei chreu, stym dwy o
Ie, a dyna beth sydd bod yn effeithiol fel wnaethon ni sôn. Aberavon yn rhoi y cic hir na mewn, neb yn ei cyrsio fe, a Iwan Ross, mae fe mor hyderus gyda'r bel yn ei ddwylo fe. Mae wedi chwarae i rygbi 7 bochor i Gymru, felly mae fe meiddir am ddiffyn o'r gyntaf, mae fe sgwaru lan i'r ail dyn, a mae fe'n creu wedyn y dynion naill ochr sy'n gallu cefnogi, fel ni sôn, Morgan Lloyd, fel pob mewn o'r da, yn rhedeg y llinell cefnogaeth na i gorffen y cais.
A Carrick McDonough wedyn yn dwblu'r mantes i Pontypool, jyst yn ffindio ffyrdd wahanol o ddadgloi'r amddiffyn.
Ie, yn yr ymodau, na beth chi moyn neud, yr ymrywiaeth na, maen nhw wedi cael yn y gêm nhw, yn gêm cico nhw, yn ffindo gwagle, ti'n gweld fan hyn to, mae'r olwyr i gyd ar yr un tudalen, a maen nhw'n ffindo bach o gwagle, a war teg i'r triol, fi'n credu ffordd maen nhw wedi cwrsio cica, maen nhw'n heiddi cwpl o ceisau maen nhw wedi cael, a maen nhw wedi creu lot i Pontypool.
Yn teimlo fel bod ti'n falch iawn o ymdrech i Ian Jones o'r pwynt sylwebu, yn plymio fel dylse pob wythwr wneud.
Ie, wel gath ei gyfle jyst cyn i'n dod fe nath e torri trwy y canol ysgarmes y myrol. Fan hyn, mae'r sgrym yn dymchel fan hyn. A mae'n gorau'n iawn, dyw e ddim yn serolwyr i cael e, mae fe jyst yn pigo fel lan, mae'n gol mae'r llinell gais, a fan ni sôn, roed ei ben ei lawr, a mae fe'n mynd amdani. Felly, fe nath rhoi Pontypool yn y safle na i ddechrau gyda, felly bles iawn taw fes gael y cais.
A fe Wilson i Aberafan yn bwrw nôl, Scott Whitlock yn mynd â hi, e'n teimlo fel bod wir angen y sgwr yma arnyn nhw jyst cyn yr egoel.
Ie, fe dechreuodd e, yn mynd ar tap yn gyflym, a oedd eisiau bach o egni yn nhw. Ni'n credu nhw'n disgwyl am rhywbeth o ryw ffordd i ddod mewn i'r gêm, a war teg i'r blaenwyr, pan nath nhw mewn i'r ail ar ugen, nhw'n cadw'r gêm yn gyflym, cadw mewn rown y cornel, gofyn cwestiynau Pontypool, a yn y diwedd, fel fydde pob mewn o'r moyn gweld, neb di flaen i fe, felly jwmpo dros ston, war teg i fe, dath fe ar sbardyn mewn i'r gêm i nhw.
Ie, geitha nhw un cyfle arall, jyst cyn yr egwyl, ond fe wastraffo nhw'r cyfle na, jyst yn hau digon gyda fe i ddweud ar yr egwyl. Ond dyna ni, digon i ddod i chi o safbwynt rygbi dros yr wythnosau nesaf. Ni ar drothwy cyfres y cenhedloedd wrth gwrs, dim gêm wythnos yma, penwythnos yma i Gymru. Ei gêm fyw gyntaf yn erbyn yr Ariannin wythnos i ddisil. Japan yn teithio i Gaerdydd ar y 15fed, cyn bod y crysau Dion yn cyrraedd Caerdydd. A wrth gwrs, ni yn heddi dathlu Ar dyma'r diwrnod fe gurodd Casnewydd y Cryseideion nôl yn 1963. Felly gan bod ni yn yr ardal gwerth crybwyll ni wrth gwrs wedyn yn bennu'r cyfres yn erbyn De Affrica. A un sy'n ymwybodol o hynny wrth gwrs yw Ciaran Hardy. Ti wedi dod o'r garfan heddi, tîm hyfforddi newydd, Steve Tandy, Matt Cher a Danny Wilson. Be mae'r ffocws wedi bod arno Ciaran dros y bythefnos diwetha?
Just cysylltu gyda'n gilydd, really. Deall beth i ni moyn mas o'r cwbl o misoedd nesaf, y ffordd i ni moyn waru'r gêm, a cael amser gyda'n gilydd achos mae hwnna'n bwysig. A mae'r ffordd wedi bod yn gret gyda ni, a mae'r chwaraewyr i gyd wedi bod yn gret yn agor i newid pethau a i fod yn gwahanol y ffordd i moyn waru'r gêm. Felly na beth ni wedi bod yn neud yn y cwbl o dyddiau diwetha, ni'n disgwyl mlaen i adeiladu dros y mis nesaf.
Ie, mae'n gyffroes gweld hynaniaeth y tîm. Ti'n meddwl bod llech yn lan o gwmpas y lle o styried bod chi wedi cael yr un fuddugoliaeth yna yn erbyn Japan, dyw pwysau nawr ddim ar sgwyddau Tandy?
Ie, fi'n credu, a mae'n garfan eitha newydd nawr gyda fforddwyr newydd, so mae wedi bod yn positif. Mae'n wedi ar ôl y haf, oedd eisiau'r buddugoliaeth na arno ni. A mae'n rhoi rhywbeth i ni mynd tu ôl na i adeiladu ar.
Mae'n dalcan caled pan chi'n edrych ar y gemau sydd o'ch blaenau. Oes unrhyw targedau wedi cael eu trafod, beth yw'r nod dros yr wythnosau nesaf?
Just i ddangos i pobl beth i ni amdano ar ffordd i ni moyn waru'r gêm. Ni gyd ni wedi sôn yn bwyty i cael y dorf tu ôl i ni, i cael pobl i codi mas o'r set nhw a disgwyl mlaen i'r gêm oedd ma. Os ni'n gallu gwneud na, cael perfformiad yna, falle gewn ni'r canlyniadau fyd.
A'i tîm bersonol neis camu falle am nawr i ffwrdd o'r gêm ranbarthol a nôl mewn i'r Crys Coch?
Mae'n special pob so ti'n cael mewn i camp. Mae'n mynd i bod yn wych wythnos yma. A disgwyl mlaen at y fori to a beth sydd i ddod wedyn wythnos nesaf.
Fel cefnogwr, beth ti eisiau gweld o Gymru, Sioned, dros y hydref? Dim pwysau, Ciaran.
Fi credu fel mae Ciaran yn dweud, mae fe'n cyfnod cyffroes yn nhw ei fod yn cefnogwr fi'n credu o'r tîm rygbi Cymru fyd, y fforddwyr newydd, allai ddechmygu bod yna dipyn o egni tu ôl i nhw fyd, felly fi jyst moyn gweld Steve Tandy'n cael y gorau mas o'r boes, cos fi'n credu pob chwarae teg i chwaraewyr, son nhw'n mynd mas i golli, ond fi'n credu llech yn lan nawr, a mae yna cyfle i'r chwaraewyr mae i gyd, jyst rhoi'r llaw i fyny a dangos beth mae'n golygu Chwarae Gymru, a jyst gweithio newn ni gweld fel ni'n sôn bach o hunaniaeth, a gweld beth yw strwythur chi boes, a gweld beth maen nhw'n gallu neud yn Goreon y byd.
Ie, edrych mlaen yn fawr iawn. Mae Super Rygbi Cymru wedi bod yn y newyddion wythnos yma, wedi bod ar bodlediad The Good, The Bad yn y rygbi gyda James Haskell a Mike Tyndall, oherwydd mae cyfarwyddwr rygbi undeb Rygbi Cymru Dave Redin wedi bod yn trafod dyfodol a potensial y gystadleuaeth.
You know, longer term, I think it would be really interesting if RFU were up for it in a particular phase, whether an Anglo-Welsh championship would be fantastic between SRC and the championship clubs, because there's some brilliant heritage clubs there, and I think the opportunity to elevate that standard again gives brilliant playing opportunities.
Ie, Dave Redin yn sôn am dyfodol hir dymor y gyngrair, am ehangu'r gyngrair, datblygu'r gyngrair, o bosib cyfuno fe gyda'r bencampwriaeth yn Lloegr. Be wneud i o'r sylwadau, Sioned?
Wel, sa'n cael ei bod yna lot o bwynt i meddwl gormod mewn i fe. Mae fe jyst wedi wneud y sylwad a podlediad, dyw e ddim wedi cyhoeddi fe yn swyddogol. Felly gweld falle i bwrpas y tu ôl i fe, achos mae fe wedi sôn yn eitha dipyn yn yw bod e moyn gwella datblygiad y gêm yn Cymru, a felly odi fe'n gweld falle'r cyfuniad yna o datblygu y cam islaw a rhanbarthau ar gêm genedlaethol, ond fi yn credu falle bach mae fe'n mynd nôl ar ei aire, achos nath e dweud yn hollol hyder so bod e ddim eisiau ar y lefel rhanbarthol bod nhw'n ymuno gyda tîmwyr Lloegr, ond tybed i fi falle ydy fe'n edrych nôl wrth i edrych mlaen mwyn falle, os ti'n ymuno gyda clybiau tîmoedd ar y lefel Lloegr yn y pencampwriaeth Lloegr, efo'r gobeith yw i gallu gwella cyfleoedd, i gwella safon chwarae, fi ddim cweith o siŵr, ond fel, mae fe jyst yn sylwad ar podlediad ar y foment yn nhw.
Mae'r gylyniad yn meddwl rhywbeth. Mae tîmau Gymru yn hoffi chwarae tîmau Lloegr, a dwi'n meddwl bod tîmau Lloegr yn hoffi dod i Gymru, ond ti wedi chwarae yn y bencampwriaeth i Jersey, so ti'n cymharu safon y ddwy gyngrair?
Ie, dwi'n meddwl i siarad o brofiad yn unan, ond y profiad i fi oedd i cadw fod yn proffesiynol, i cadw wario rygbi'n proffesiynol a i wella a cael lot o amser. Mae wario yn safon well ar yr amser, a oedd e'n wych i fi, a mae'n datblygu nifer o chwaraewyr sydd wedi mynd mlaen i wario safon uwch. A oedd e'n gret bod fi'n gallu mynd bant cael amser, achos fel mewn o'r misio'r amser yna ti. Yn ymwedig yn safon, yn cyngrair fel Lloegr, le mae'r gêm, ti'n goffa reoli'r gêm lot fwy na beth yw e fan hyn o brydiau.
Reit, diddorol iawn i ni glywed gan rhywun nawr sy'n ganolog i'r gyngor. Mae Jason Hyatt gyda Owain Gwynedd.
Yeah, Jason, I know you've seen the clip with Dave Reddin about joining the two leagues. What are your thoughts? Would you welcome it?
Oh yeah, we'd welcome that with open arms. The last time we were in that sort of competition was the B&I Cup, and as a development pathway and competition for the young players, it's phenomenal. You know, it adds interest. I think it was spoken about when the SRC was first came into. When it was first formed, we were talked about that competition, and that Anglo-Welsh competition would be phenomenal as a development tool, and it also adds a lot of interest. I'm not forgetting we need more rugby, we need more home games. Clubs as a business need to thrive, and home games is obviously the area of that they can do it. So the more games and using it as a development tool would be superb.
Let's go back to tonight then. You're behind on the scoreboard. Set-piece line-out especially has been suffering at key moments. What have you said to the boys inside?
It's just tidying up. We've lost a couple of line-outs. The last line-out we lost there, you know, we're in the create zone, and that could have made it a totally different score at half-time. We've had limited access into the opposition 22. This second half we're playing down the field. We've made a few changes at half-time. We've talked about playing our rugby and putting more pressure on Pontypool, either holding on the ball or being a little bit more disciplined on out kick chase.
Cheers, Jace. Players are coming back to the field. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ie, 20 munud diddorol I ddod. Chwaraewyr fel Morgan Allen, Scott Matthews ar fainc Pontypool. Chwaraewyr profiadol, Aberafan tîm ieuanga'r gyngrair. Sut ti'n rhaid gweld yr ail hanner ma mewn, Sioned?
Wel, ar y foment, fel nath nhw sôn, mae angen tacluso lan y gêm i cael ar ochr y ddoi dîm. Ond fi jyst gweld Pontypool nawr yn dod allan ail hanner, jyst edrych falle i reoli'r gêm lot yn fwy, jyst i cymryd bant o cryfangau Aberafan. Ie, Gwynt wedi tawelu, y glaw wedi pallu erbyn hyn, mae'n bryd I ni ail ymuno a'n tîmau sylwebu. English language commentaries available with Kieran Hardy and Dave Rogers yn y Gymraeg, Sioned Harris, sy'n cadw cwmni i Owain Gwynedd.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope wherever you're watching, it is warm and dry. Good news. No rain at half-time. Hopefully it stays off for the rest of the game. Pooler, unchanged. A few changes made for Aberavon. So Charlie Thomas is off. Keelan Cullen, there he is. He is on at outside half. We're in number 16. That's the way they do it here in Aberavon. Felix Gilbert is on as well. He will cover the wing. And the two props, the two young props, Dylan James and Morgan James off. Jordan Walters and Geraint James on.
Ready? Time on.
Second half underway. Pontypool 2 scores to the good. 19-7. Looking to bounce back off that performance that, by their own standards, was not nearly good enough last week. They've largely been very good tonight. So the wind has completely died down. The rain has stopped as well. And both teams really tried to play in that first half. And hopefully, if it dries up a bit, we'll have some great rugby in this second. Now, George Merritt. It's his first line out of the second half. There was a not straight throw at the end of the first half. There's a big halfway line that'll tell us exactly if it's straight or not. Well, it was straight, but nobody jumped for it.
Release that, Robert!
A little knock on. And Morgan Lloyd can nudge that one in behind. Cullen, does very well, Keelan Cullen, wow. And then goes at that kick, left-footed, swings a boot at it. Frankie Jones thought about playing quickly, but... Sorry, Marcus Jones thought about playing quickly.
Have a line, boys.
It's a great clearance. Watch this from Cullen. Tiptoes up the line, or may have been a little bit of black boot on the paint. Ewan Burrows goes to the front. Morgan Lloyd. A little fumble there, and it's into the hands of Aberavon. And that's the loose head. Walters galloping into space. Little nudge in behind for Whitlock. Back goes Marcus Jones. He's totally sliced that kick. Oh, and he's absolutely got away with one there. That's Marcus Jones. Sometimes when you miss-hit a kick like that, the spin is awful. It's a dreadful one to take. And I'm sure, Kieran Hardy, he'll tell us that's exactly what he meant to do.
Yeah, and it's oftentimes, funnily enough, it's those kicks which are harder to catch. You know, the kicks that are kicked quite nicely are the ones which you know, the back three and full-backs quite comfortable catching because there's such a nice flight on them, and those are the horrible ones. And in fairness, I'm not sure how much light is above those floodlights. I think you can lose the ball for a couple of seconds up there pretty easily.
Let's get right, James. He'll be scrimmaging on the tight head side in the second half. Can do a bit of stability to the set piece. There's something that Jason mentioned there. Oh, and I spoke too soon. I said the rain had stopped. Alas, it stopped just in time, for long enough for you to make your way from the studio to commentary again.
Crouch. Bind.
I tell you
Second
what.
time, over lean in. Control your own weight.
No warning, no entry to the game, no kindness and welcome from Craig Evans. Immediately a penalty. Again, we talk about rugby being a strange game. It was a great kick in behind from Aberavon. It was a miskicked clearance from Marcus Jones. All of a sudden, a knock-on and a penalty later, and Pooler are on the edge of the 22. Good line-out ball. Ian Jones and a short one to Evan Minto.
Two away.
George Merritt just had his hands on the floor there, so couldn't compete for that ball.
He's gone back. Play on.
Lloyd finds Sam Cochran.
Release, Aberavon.
Former Cardiff Met man, played in an unbelievable final.
Through the gate, please.
Back when it was at Twickenham Stadium, as it was then. And a team with the likes of Max Llewellyn, Alex Donbrandt, Luke Northmore.
Release! Thanks.
Slow ball for Pooler, but in the right part of the field, Meek puts it into the corner. And that's a first touch for Felix Gilbert. Well covered. He's on the wing at the moment, Gilbert. And Joe Gage is still going to be at full-back, but I wonder if they might swap as the half goes on. We've seen a lot more of Felix Gilbert at full-back than we have on the wing.
Everybody's all behind. Let's go in, please. No, let's go.
Keelan Cullen, he's committed to that goatee, isn't he?
He is. It's coming to that time of year, isn't it? I'm quite jealous because I can't really grow much myself.
Oh, can you not?
No, I can't. Thanks for rubbing it in.
No, I can't either. It's fine. But we'll pretend. Minto, nice inside ball. Rosser dealt with. That's not the line he imagined when he got that pass. But on nights like this, where it is soft underfoot, we do see these big men looking for these collisions. Evans. That is Cullen.
Outside. Back, Aberavon.
Just drilling that
Bring
low.
it on.
It's a more intelligent kick, and Morgan Allen is warming up for Pontypool.
His ground, play on.
Needs a good bounce. Well played, and Joe Gage on hand with some good feet. First time we've really seen him jink in the midfield. It was nice from Felix Gilbert to put him there. Little tip out the back. Cullen helps it on its way. Brad Roderick.
Good.
Oh, lovely feet. Kieran Meek, so casual. Thought he'd been tampered with there. Referee says no, and now Frankie Jones. Pop off the deck to Sam Jardine.
Release. Advantage. Play the 9 as well, advantage.
Oh, McDonough conceding the second penalty, and we're going to go cross-field here. How's this going to work out? Joe Gage isn't going to get there. It's overcooked. Rosser calls the mark.
Release, not saying it 3 times. Release the ball, Carrier.
Got to admire the ambition from Aberavon there. I think the easy thing to do would be to stand back and kick it, and they've moved the ball, they've gone 2 passes, they've kicked further out, they've got the ball back, and they're trying to keep the ball alive, pop the ball off the floor, asking questions of Pontypool, and they get a penalty, and that's everything you want in these conditions, to go further into the corner.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing, but just as you left to go to the studio, Aberavon have a penalty. They could have gone for poles and 19-10 at half-time. Instead, they bravely go for the corner. Again, as I said, hindsight is 2020, but do you think that was the right decision?
I always think it's pretty hard from the stand to say about the decision, because the players on the field are the ones that got the feel for the game, the way things are going. I mean, if you look at it, they haven't won enough lineouts, is the reality of why they've struggled, and maybe going to the corner wasn't the best decision in that regard. But I think they're trying to be positive, and they're backing themselves, and the forwards are obviously pretty confident that they got a good thing going there.
Change in the back row for Pooler, then Morgan Allen coming on for Ian Jones. Ian Jones traditionally a second row. They're backing him at 8, and he scored a try today. Nice delayed pass, and Gilbert comes in. And here we go, Smallman.
You pulled away.
Is over. He's only just on the pitch, started last week, on the bench today. Aberavon were hoping they could have some strength off the bench, and well, that is vindicated.
It is. It's good play from Scott Whitlock again, bringing the winger into the game, and then just the speed they get there. They beat Aberavon out the maul, and just the ability, in these conditions, getting on each other, giving each other a push, and they seem to power them over, and they'd be pretty pleased with their start, Aberavon, to the second half, because in parts of the first half I thought they were probably second best in most aspects.
Well, that makes it a one-score game. Keelan Cullen, last season playing Buck Super Rugby, he was in the 80s as a percentage for his goal kicking. In his early SRC career, he's in the 60s, so just to get back up to that top form. And that's drifted across the face. So still a 7-point game, but Aberavon strike first in the second half, and if they've got any chance in this game, they have to get that first score.
Yeah, they did, and they got it, and equally, as I said in the first half, this is the most important part now, is getting back out of your half, especially in the weather, and getting back downfield.
Kieran Meek, great kick, and it sits up for Gwilym Evans. Good awareness from the captain on the open side. Whitlock back to Cullen, sends that up above the lights. That's much more like a kick to compete.
Backwards, play on.
McDonough knocks it back, and it's dived on well by Mikey Herbert, and he gets up and gets going and challenges Lewis Marsh, but out into touch it goes. Both teams been ambitious tonight, haven't they?
Yeah, they have, and again, that's positive, isn't it? I think he's made such a good carry there out of a tough situation. He's done really well. He gets down, gets up, carries a couple of metres, he gets them on the front foot, but then probably just forces that pass when they're in a good position to just keep it.
So Shea Smallman is on, he's scoring the try, but it's probably taken over line-out calling as well.
Throw it down the middle, lad.
Same joke, but there's absolutely nothing that George Merritt can come back with, is there? Did look a little bit skew-iffy even from our angle.
And it's probably been their frustration tonight, hasn't it? Their set piece, they haven't been able to win enough of those. And when they did 5 minutes ago, they happened to score in the corner. So the more of them they can complete, the better for them.
What George Merritt hasn't said to the referee yet is that it's his birthday and he should just allow him a couple. I'm not sure it'll wash with Craig Evans. You've got to try everything, haven't you?
Boys, I'm holding you to see what we're going to sort out there. Boys, you got the space to go into it. Right? That's what I'm waiting for, boys. I didn't want to go early.
There's a committed group of, well, that's the coaches, but there's a committed group of fans over there who are insistent on standing in the terraces. There's a little bit of room in the stand. They could be dry, but no. And I'll be honest with you, Kieran, I'm not sure what to make of it.
They're obviously pretty passionate about, we spoke to Tom Hancock before the game, and he said they're a very, very passionate group of fans, and they've always been very well supported, and they have got those people that will come and watch them no matter what, and it shows over there in the conditions. I mean, you can barely see them behind the lights, but there's actually quite a few of them up there, and they're a pretty proud club, and they're fully supporting these boys, and the boys are putting in a great effort so far, and I think they're in control of this game, or they should be, with a win in the second half.
Not an umbrella between them either. It's crazy. Right, let's see what they do from this position here. Not really flex their muscles in the second half yet. That was Morgan Allen with the carry. Lovely timing of the pass. Has that gone forward? Just. I mean, Aberavon with a very strong, very quick defensive lift. But Pool are doing everything they can to get outside.
Yeah, they're probably unlucky there. I mean, if he catches that properly and gets it through his hands, then they're probably away down the short side. But just the luxury you've got defending in this weather is you can afford to be a little bit more aggressive and get off the line, because you know that you're going to force the skill. It's difficult enough in the dry when there's someone coming at you, but when the ball's wet and you need to get it in and out of your hands, it's obviously more difficult in the wet. So Aberavon obviously realising that, and it's taken them probably 50 minutes to see that it's difficult to move the ball, and they're just going after Pontypool a bit more on those edges.
So change in the back row then for Pool. Evan Minto off, former teammate of Keelan Cullen, actually, last season with Hartpury University. Replaced by Scott Matthews. Brilliant player for this club, and he's packing down on the blindside flank.
Hold it. Set! Hold!
And they've really been able to bring on some experience in the back row of Pontypool, but it doesn't help them in that scrum.
Against red, it's a penalty Pontypool. Oh, it's good, penalty Pontypool.
Oh.
Red.
So Craig
they are both in red, aren't they?
Yeah, Craig Evans is talking to Amber Stamp Dunstan there. She said penalty red, and he just points out they're both in red.
Sorry? Yeah,
red and black. Oh, that doesn't help either.
They're both in red.
I'm actually surprised that they both played in these kits tonight.
Yeah, and I'd absolutely love to tell you what happened in the scrum, but I got absolutely no clue what goes on in there. But, I'm unsure, as Craig was, as to whose penalty that was, but equally it's a great position for Pontypool, and bringing the experience they've got on now in Morgan Allen and Scott Matthews, I expect them to be a lot more patient here.
It's Ewan Burrows, ball in hand. Morgan Lloyd loitering with intent. Might have a little dart himself here. Might not need to. Maul still moving. Aberavon need to add some bodies here, because it is red alert in the red zone. Geraint James has got himself in a good place here. Oh, but they managed to get it away, and it is Scott Matthews.
Release!
How many times do we see the ball trapped in there? But Matthews makes it work. Back towards the post they go, coming up to 15 minutes to the second half gone. Morgan Lloyd, he's got Owain James, but skips it out a little bit further, looking for those weak shoulders. Jordan Walters with the tackle for Aberavon. This is that patience that you were talking about, Kieran. They are not in a rush at all. They're in a great position. Davis, oh, he's clattered. It's a great tackle. Lloyd, he's got Scott Matthews to his right, but again, opts for Owain James instead. There's little missed passes, trying to catch Aberavon cold. Willem Evans rushes out to make a good tackle. Oh, is the counter good? No, it's well presented. And a penalty advantage. This is what Pooler were after. Matthews! Held onto by the bootstrap. And a little bit of step work will do it. Kieran Meek. Lovely ball from Lloyd, playing with the advantage. Aberavon stretched, and Meek sneaks over.
Showed a lot of patience there, Pontypool. You know, I think when you get into 22s in the conditions, you need to be able to keep the ball and put the opposition under pressure, and they've done that. And I think Morgan Allen and Scott Matthews have made a massive difference in that respect. Loads of big carries from them there, and they're under advantage. And you know, Scott Matthews gets them going forward here, and it's the speed of ball that kills Aberavon in the end. You know, he gets Morgan Lloyd gets it away, and Kieran Meek, there's not enough space there for them to cover. So it's a great try for Pontypool, and it's exactly what they needed to kick on.
Yeah, that is try number 4 then for Pooler. Meek's had a pretty good night. This will take his personal haul up to 11 points. Oh, and he's hit the beans on toast. But 24-12, that 2-score lead restored. And they'll feel a little bit better about that, mainly because of what you mentioned, the patience, it's really easy to think about where you are on the pitch as opposed to what you're doing on the pitch, and that was very impressive in terms of how they stayed in control, especially in those conditions that we just saw.
Knock on.
Oh, but the restart.
Scrum.
How many times? Doesn't matter the level now. It could be Test match rugby, URC, SRC, any division in Wales. That is a coach's nightmare, isn't it? You score a great try, then this happens.
Yeah, and it's almost like you're most vulnerable after scoring a try, because everyone seems to remember the moment you've had up the field and everyone's quite positive, and then they forget about the next job is to catch the kick-off and put pressure back on the other opposition team. Is such an easy way to let Aberavon back in the game here.
Still plenty of rugby left in this game.
Set!
And this time,
elbow straight to ground one.
Blast on the whistle, and Sam Cochrane's popped his elbow down.
Elbow up, please. Good time out, Zach. Yeah.
Worryingly for Pont-y-pŵl and worryingly for Ewan Burrows, he stayed down after that scrum. Went down pretty quickly. So let's take a look at the table as it stands then. If the full-time whistle were to go now, both of these teams 13. Chasing the playoffs, and Pontypool would be into the top 5, albeit Swansea 13. Having a game in hand, Cardiff and Ebbw Vale having 2 games in hand. But the most important thing for Pooler now is just to get this win, isn't it?
Yeah, and you target home games, don't you? I think it's a massive part of Pontypool, and something we spoke about pre-game is they obviously value playing their home games. The crowd, everyone spoke about how difficult a place it is to come and win. And if you do your job and win all your home games, then you're in a pretty good place anyway. And there's not much between any of the teams in this league. So you can always pick up a couple of wins on the road as well.
Perfect. Well, it's looking like Ewan Burrows' race is run, which means an Iron James will come on wearing number 16, ex-Cardiff Met hooker, and George Merritt, a Cardiff Met hooker as well. That particular university providing a lot of players in this league. This looking good though for Aberavon. Can they show the same kind of patience that Pontypool showed just a couple of minutes ago? Just about caught that after it was fumbled. Chase Moorman, 1 try already, not this time though. Whitlock, short ball. And then it comes out of the back. Look at this defence though from Pooler. No way through. Oh, another wonderful turnover. And look at the celebrations from Scott Matthews. After all these years, he still loves it.
Yeah, he does, and he's been excellent since he's come on for them, hasn't he? He's had a load of big moments in the 5-10 minutes he's been on the field. But Aberavon would be devastated there, because just a little bit of separation in the carry. He's lurking around, a little bit of separation, missed the clean, and he's straight on the ball, and it's a great jackal and a turnover.
Well, as the rain continues to come down even harder, Lauren is out there making friends.
Craig, mae'n edrych ar hyn o bryd fel bod eich record chi perfformiadau chi adre ar fi'n parhau. Beth sydd wedi blesio di fwyaf hyd yn hyn heno?
Pan ni wedi gwneud y pethau syml yn dda, mae wedi edrych yn eitha syml i ni. Y problem yw, ni'n trial gorgymlethu fe ambell waith. Rhoi bach o pwysau ar yn unen, ond dim ond bod ni'n cadw wneud y pethau syml fel ni'n gweud yn dda. Fi'n siŵr da ni mas y pen arall.
Ymwyd heriol heno, i weid lleia. Pa mor bles i ti wedi bod gyda'r ffordd chi wedi rheoli gêm cicio?
Ie, mae'n rhywbeth ni wedi bod yn gweithio yno i fod yn hollol onest. Fel ni'n gweud, ni'n gorgymlethu'r gêm yn aml iawn, a pan ni'n cadw'r gêm yn syml, rhoi'r pel yn y lle iawn a chwarae yn y lle iawn o'r cae. Mae'n gwneud y gêm yn lot yn hawsach i ni. Mae'n eitha ples bod ni'n neud na heddi.
A faint o waniaeth mae'n ei cael boes fel Scott Matthews, Morgan Allen ar y banc?
Ie, hwnna'n rhywbeth wnaethon ni dros y haf i canolbwyntio ar cael squad sy'n gallu ware, dim just tîm cryf, fel bod 23, 25, 28 chwaraewr digon da i ware pob penwythnos, a a neud yn siŵr bod ni'n gallu cystadlu pob penwythnos.
Sori, fi wedi dod â ti mas i'r draw, felly cer nôl i gysgodi. Diolch am damser di.
Dim problem, diolch.
Step.
I did say there wasn't an umbrella in sight, but thankfully Lauren was able to find one. Because goodness me, that gives you an idea of what the conditions are like. We could barely see that interview, but thankfully we could hear it. And we're into the last quarter of this game. If it ends now, it is 5 points for Pooler, 0 points for Aberavon. And also, the biggest win we've seen in this fixture for quite some time. Remember, the last 4
Right, leave it! Leave!
have all been within a converted score. Good mark there, called by Keelan Cullen. Did you see a little punch thrown?
Boys, time's off. Boys in the ruck.
I think...
We're involved in protecting the ball, not holding each other. End of.
Strike to the face.
Come on. Free kick.
Well, Jordan Walters and Scott Matthews.
No.
I wonder.
You can do it again.
Well, we're going to take a little look here. Watch these two. Ah, it's nothing, is it? Got a bit excited for a second. Scott Matthews. I'll tell you what. If Jordan Walters had milked a penalty for that, I'd have been embarrassed for him.
That's good.
Oh, the conditions are really, really difficult now. You'd much rather be 12 points up than 12 points down when it's like this with 20 minutes to go, wouldn't you?
Yeah, what number?
Yeah, you would. And again, I think Pontypool are looking pretty comfortable. I think sticking to that kicking game, and even the kicks that have gone, you know, into the past the try line, and they've made them kick it back to them, and they get a repeat set, and even that ball then they call for a mark. You know, it stops the game, it slows the game down, and it gives them another chance, because ultimately it's hard to score points in this weather.
So that is Zach, our cameraman down there.
Leave it.
And
it's not straight, boys. Same as them. Just got my line out.
He has not got an umbrella,
Okay,
so he is doing a great job down there in the corner, getting absolutely drenched, just so you can enjoy your Thursday night rugby. Well, this time it's Pooler not straight.
That's better. Just bind there, and you're a good fight.
Last one, the August put the start.
So a change here for Aberavon. Felix Gilbert, who only came on at half-time, has been hooked, and Caelan Carson-Jones has come on.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
We're in number 17. Of course he is. All scrum halves wear 17. Right, Cullen on the wraparound. Little nudge in behind by Joe Gage. Good. Chased back by McDonough. Oh, he's gone straight past it. Oh no, he got something on it. Look for a second. Oh, those are tough, aren't they? Talk to us about sort of going back. You've made plenty of those in your career. You know, it's absolutely sodden. You've got to get that right, haven't you?
Yeah, you have, and you know, even the ones you get wrong, it's a game of inches there, isn't it? You know, the ball could go right, left or right, just at the right moment, and that's why those kicks are so effective, those kicks in behind, because you're asking people to turn, get back, and being able to ground the ball at high speed is a high-speed decision, and it's hard.
Cullen picks out a big man.
Good three.
Carson-Jones. I think we're going to see a lot of this in the last 15 minutes. Great take, Ewan Rosser. I mean, he's gone forward.
I thought his foot was on the ground there. I thought timing was fine.
Well, he looked like he'd done all the hard work there. Ewan Rosser soaked through. And then when he hit the deck, the ball's gone forward.
Okay, I keep time off. I think one's going off for boys, yeah? Yeah.
Sam Cochrane
anyway.
is going to be coming off. He'll be replaced by Jake Wisniewski.
I think he's going off. We can take his time.
And Jake Wisniewski will come on. Cross Keys boy on his SRC debut. But more importantly, just need to make sure that Sam Cochrane is safe So, the Autumn Nation Series, the Quilter Nation Series coming up, starts with Argentina, then Japan, then New Zealand, then Springboks, and the man next to me will be hoping to be involved in all 4. Camp going well?
Yeah, it's been excellent, mate. It's been a good start of the week, and it's just been about getting around each other this week. It's obviously a fairly new group, certainly a new group of coaches, and they've been excellent in implementing the way that we want to play. And the boys have been pretty positive and getting excited about what we could potentially do this autumn with 4 tough games coming up.
It's interesting, isn't it? 'Cause it's a very exciting new group of coaches, but coaches that a lot of you in the squad will know well already. So how is it all gelled with that in mind?
Yeah, well, obviously a couple of the coaches from the summer are still there, and they did a fantastic job in the summer creating an environment where, you know, we needed to get a win, and we did that. We got that off our back a little bit, and Steve's come in and added to that, and I think he's going to have a massive influence on us as a group, and he's been really positive in the way that he wants to play, and the boys are buying into it.
I'm thinking back to that Japan game in the summer where it was played in the afternoon, as humid as it was anywhere in the world, 30 odd degrees, red hot sun. It's going to be very different in Cardiff in November, isn't it?
Well, I'd like to think so. It's the hardest game I've ever played in, and what's positive for Wales in those games was we were good for 60 minutes.
Yeah.
And then when the fatigue started to kick in, it obviously got a bit more difficult. But hopefully in a couple of weeks' time, it won't quite be as humid.
It is some country, though, isn't it? This is a nice nudge in behind. Well dealt with by Frankie Jones. Release. Not an easy kick here for Whitlock. I wonder if he might go for a few more phases so he doesn't need his varifocals to find the touchline.
Use!
These are not easy carries for the likes of Scott Matthews either.
Release Aberavon! Leave it!
And Aberavon just want to be squeaky clean here as well. If they give away a penalty, they'll be furious. That one doesn't stick, but it's charged down.
Release!
And it's Aberavon ball. Pooler have made a change at 10. Kieran Meek off. Harry Ford, Wales under-20s on. The first thing he's going to do is join the defensive line, because Aberavon in the 22 here. They need 2 scores, but it starts with 1 score. Willem Evans. Another smart little kick in behind for Joe Gage to chase. But then it's put down. Harry Ford. Well, that's to have his wits about him there.
Yeah, you just get the feeling at the moment that Aberavon got a feel for the scoreboard and whatever, but probably just forcing a couple of chances when they're in good positions of the field. That patience is needed in the 22 just to keep the ball and apply pressure. They're probably looking to score a bit too early at times.
Ashton Evans, another big run from deep. Not only has he conceded the penalty, Scott Matthews. Do you know what? He's not going to have known then either, because his shirt was over his head. He might have thought he'd won it.
Okay? Tackle effect to clear out.
How did you find Japan then? What sort of reception did you get from the rugby public there?
The rugby public were fantastic. I think some of them supported Wales more than they supported Japan at times. But generally, the game's brilliant over there, and the way they see the game, and you know, their sportsmanship, and the fans in particular were excellent, and the players alike. Such a respectful country, and they gave us such a good welcome, and we really enjoyed our time.
They play it fast as well, don't they?
A little bit, yeah.
Here come Aberavon then, in the 22. They need to make something happen, and happen quickly, to give themselves a chance here at Pontypool Park. They've got a penalty advantage, but they'd rather a try. Kelvin Williams has done well to put himself in a position to make it hard for Aberavon, but it's still the same maul. And Shea Smallman breaking away, and Smallman's over. Try number 2 for the number 22. And Aberavon not done yet.
No, it certainly makes it interesting, doesn't it, for the last 13 minutes of the game. But again, Aberavon, there's not going to be many pretty tries in these conditions, and you just got to find a way to get over the line. And in the second half, I'd say the forwards have really stepped up, especially scrum and line-out time, compared to where they were in the first half, and they find a way to get it over the line. That's all that matters. It's a big conversion, and there's a big 10 minutes coming up for them.
He's made a massive difference, hasn't he, Smallman? Just that physicality.
Yeah, he has, and he's on a hat-trick. I think he'll fancy himself if they get down that end of the field to pick up a third.
Yeah, why not? So Keelan Cullen, it was a tough kick from the touchline last time. This one not easy by any stretch of the imagination, but a bit further in. And again, he's blocked it wide, looking to draw it in off the near post. 24-17, 7-point game. But that man, 2 tries. Keeping Aberavon alive, and of course that's a big one, because if the full-time whistle goes now, Aberavon don't go home empty-handed.
He certainly brought some energy, hasn't he, coming onto the field, and it's exactly what they needed into the game.
Harry Ford. Joe Gage gathers and gets rid of it as soon as he can. Ewan Rosser pretty steady underneath that. Big carry from Morgan Allen. Again, these big bodies on nights like tonight, those heavy carries. Oh, ball over the top from Ford. Finds McDonough on the bounce. He's quick. And he's going to chase his own kick here. Oh, he's put his foot into touch. That's twice tonight that he has been so close.
9. Extra step, okay? Yeah. Extra step, okay?
That is what Harry Ford's all about as well. If he can throw the pass, he'll throw the pass.
Good where you are.
Yeah, and it's pretty brave play considering the conditions, isn't it? But I think he sees the opportunity and...
Oh, there it is, yeah.
There it is. Sorry, I was waiting.
6, yeah?
It's pretty brave there. I think
5,
the easy thing to do now for Pontypool would be sit back and try and kick and try and find a way to grind this game out.
You were waiting to be outraged then, weren't you?
No, I just want to see favoured attack.
Of course. Well, Aberavon trying to take the risk out of the line out. Good tackle from Wisniewski.
Onside!
Caelan Carson-Jones. Oh, out on the full. And Aberavon cannot afford those kinds of errors. Still 10 minutes of this game to go.
How many?
Oh, they have 3 committed to the chase there as well. That'll be sweet relief for Carrick McDonough.
The advantage not gone to Aberavon.
Could work out. The line out overthrown.
Feet now, penalty advantage.
Oh, now. Knock-on advantage turns into a penalty advantage. And Aberavon looking to move the ball here. They've got Scott Whitlock, who's gone out onto the wing wearing number 9. Just to cover the backs with Felix Gilbert going off, and that doesn't look good for Joe Gage either.
Keep the mark up there.
He's got smacked in the mouth. I think he's checking himself for missing teeth, Joe Gage. Roderick. Good footwork on the heavy ground. Carson-Jones gets there quickly. Shea Smallman. Well, he might score a hat-trick. He's not going to score it from there, though. That's a great offload. Ashton Evans. Still Ashton Evans looking for an option. Finds it. And Caelan Carson-Jones goes in for try number 4. And Aberavon a conversion away from leveling this game.
Yeah, and they look really comfortable right now, don't they? I think they are starting to move the ball a bit more, and the conditions are difficult, but some great offloading in behind and flooding the channel on the inside. I think the hooker's probably absolutely gutted he didn't get the ball back on the inside there, but you know, as a 9, I'd want that pass myself as well.
Well, the question being, is Callum Davis going to feel hard done by that he was pulled back there, and could he have made the tackle? Right, Keelan Cullen is none from 2.
Okay, buddy.
They've got gradually closer and closer to the poles. If he misses this one, he'll be devastated, as will his teammates. What a kick to open your account for the night. It is Pooler 24, Aberavon 24. We're into the last 7.5 minutes, and this game is alive.
It is alive, and it's whoever wants it more now, isn't it? Especially in the conditions. I think this can come down to any moment, one mistake, or one kick chase being really well, and I think they can get an opportunity to win.
This restart is massive.
Absolutely massive in the conditions, to get the ball down the other end, because that's where you want to be.
Oh, and they've hung it up as well. That is not an easy take, but who's under it? Gwilym Evans. Another classy performance from the man who's captain the side tonight. Carson Jones, Ewan Rosser underneath it. Safe hands from him.
Good. On.
Keelan Cullen underneath it. He's going to send that straight back.
Keep your treat there.
He's going to skip on the surface as well. Morgan Lloyd. Oh, goodness me. That was close from Lloyd. And he decides that the touchline is the safest thing to do.
Again, from the kick-off, that's a massive win for Aberavon, isn't it? To have a line out on the 10. The set piece is going well. It'd be interesting to see what they do, whether they try and go for a maul here and try and drive downfield again. And it'd be interesting if they had another penalty, what would they do then?
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because if they'd have made a clearance kick from the restart to there and it had been Pontypool ball, then they'd have been delighted with the exit. But instead, it's their ball, and a massive throw here for George Merritt, who himself looks like he's going to go 80 minutes, but a big paw sends it Pooler's way. Both teams now just have to be squeaky clean. Any penalty in this part of the pitch is huge. Oh, and it's Aberavon who get it.
You're a latch, and you're taking away the competition. Two's on his feet. Latch, stir his feet. Deny two the opportunity to tackle.
And you're not going to get away with that.
Shot, here we are then. See your turn, okay?
With a referee of Craig Evans' calibre.
Yeah, and it's so hard when it's... Oh, he's gone for goal.
Yes, he's going for goal.
It's so hard there because, you know, if you lose your feet for a second, it's always hard to recover and get back up, and the referees are always looking for a penalty there in that area where you're sealing the ball, and I think this is a massive penalty, and at worst, if he misses, they'll get another goal from a goal-end restart, so that's probably where they're thinking to stay down here.
I've seen Keelan Cullen knock these over from just inside his own half, but on dry days, on good solid tracks, this is a good track, but the going is heavy to say the least. This to give Aberavon the lead. Oh, it has the legs, but not the line.
Pooler back!
And Pooler don't touch the ball down. Instead, that is a very, very good clearance kick.
But again, it's not the worst outcome for Aberavon because they're again in Pontypool's territory. This is where they want to be. They get another chance at the line-up that they just lost a second ago, and it's a chance to apply pressure.
Nick Fish there. Can't believe he's missed it. Right, 4 minutes to go. Another line-out pinched.
21 back.
So well done by Callum Davis. Again, he's taken that ball like it's bone dry out there, and it is absolutely not. Joe Gage underneath it. Don't get many draws.
Back, push.
In fact, on the live games, we've not had a single draw, whether it's been Super Rygbi Cymru or the Indigo Prem. Oh, butterfingers from Carrick McDonough. But he's going to chase his own kick again. Well played by Keelan Cullen.
Aberavon back.
That is an outstanding kick from Keelan Cullen, the 50-22 of the season.
50-22.
That's the kind of kick that changes games. Everything against him there, all momentum against him. He's got no angle, and he's somehow found grass and found the 5-metre line. It's absolutely incredible from him.
Well, when Aberavon signed him from Harper University, these are the moments they'd have hoped he could provide. That is world class.
That was a call.
Look at the celebrations as well. Is that the moment where Aberavon can turn the screw even more? Another score here would be a hammer blow against Pontypool. And they've won the line out. Now it's over to the big men. 5 metres between Aberavon and victory. Caelan Carson-Jones gets there. Lewis Marsh offered himself. Instead, it's Geraint James who takes it in. Now the hooker, George Merritt, he's put in a big shift today on his 22nd birthday. Gwilym Evans, captain, brought down well. Time for some of this famous Pontypool defence, but it's a penalty advantage. Little nudge in! Oh, and Aberavon were offside. He was in front. We'll go back for the penalty, but it is no try, and the score still 24-24.
I think Cullen's been excellent since he's come on the field for Aberavon. He's controlled everything that they've done. He's put them in the right areas. He's done a lot of attacking kicks. Yes, he's missed a couple of shots at goal, but what I like about him is he's taken on a penalty from 40 yards out, and he's pretty unlucky here. I mean, it's a great option.
Shot called. Try line is the
Oh, it's
line,
close,
please,
mind. Was he in front here? You're looking at the far left of the picture. Keelan Cullen.
Take a full 60 seconds. It will be a restart.
Oh, wow. And Keelan Cullen,
yeah, that clock is right.
Is going to have another shot at goal.
35 seconds left of the kick.
And this is it. There will not be a restart. It is either on as even, 3 points each.
It's fine now because the 40 minutes is gone.
Or Aberavon take the spoils at the death.
Yes. Last kick.
Last kick of the game in the driving rain into the wind. Keelan Cullen to be the hero.
Yes.
The flags go up. Cullen is cold as ice. And Aberavon come from 19-7 down to win it at the death. Another thriller between Pontypool and Aberavon. The fifth in a row decided by less than a converted score. A stunning end to a game that Pontypool looked like they were in control of for so long. And I mean, he only played 40 minutes. But I think of all the performances out there, Keelan Cullen has to be in contention for the Serena game. It's made by the two behind us, Sioned and Owain. Well, all smiles for that man. He came to Aberavon with lofty ambitions, and he has come on for 40 minutes today and changed the game. That is the kind of performance you want from your outside half. What a moment for him, and what a win for Aberavon.
Yeah, and he thoroughly deserves man of the match. I think he's changed the game there. He's taken the game by the scruff of the neck. It's exactly what it needed in the conditions. He's put them in the right areas. He's had a variety of kicks. And, you know, it'd have been easy for him to go to the corner there at the end, particularly after missing the conversion. But that just shows his character, and he wants to be a big player in big moments, and he's delivered for them there, and they'd be delighted with that.
Well, another brilliant Thursday night. And Aberavon will go home happy. They've defeated Pontypool away, 27-24.
Wel, am gêm ac am ymdrech gan Aberafan I ddod nôl o fod ar ei holi yn yr ymodau yma am gic hefyd I ennill y gêm. Ni'n gyfarwydd ar tawydd yma, ni'n gyfarwydd ar drama yma erbyn nawr hefyd ar nos Iau. Super Rygbi Cymru yn dangos y ffordd unwaith eto. Felly, dyma be mae'r canlyniadau, dyma be mae'r canlyniad yn golygu i'r tabl hyn. O Aberafan yn codi o'r 5 safle i'r 3 safle. Cofiwch mae gêm mewn llaw gyda Glynebwy sy'n ail, allan yn dyfru y Porthmin ar hyn o bryd. Yn gyntaf, neb ar record 100% hyd yn hyn. A os chi'n edrych ar y tabl na, dim lot o bwyntiau os rhwng y 3 safle a'r 10fed. Felly mae lot yn gallu newid ymhen 2 gêm yn y gyngrair yma. Dwi'n siŵr fydd lot yn newid hefyd dros yr wythnosau nesaf. Chwip o gêm I chi disadwn rhwng Caerdydd a Llan yn ddyfru 2 o gewri'r gysadleuaeth yn draddodiadol. Cwynt Caerfyrddin yn croesawu rygbi Gogledd Cymru. Glynebwy yn croesawu Abertawe, tîm arall sydd wedi ennill tair a cholli tair yn y gyngrair. A Pen y Bont yn croesawu Casnewydd yn edrych am ei hael fuddugoliaeth y tymor hwn, wedi ennill y gysadleuaeth wrth gwrs. Llynedd. Mi fydd i'ch bwyntiau bob gêm Super Rygbi Cymru ar YouTube I chi dydd Sul. Rhaglen yn crynhoi'r cyfan ar S4C nos Fawrth am 10 o'r gloch, cyn bod ni'n dychwelyd ar yr unfed ar 20 o Dachwedd nos Wener. Casnewydd yn croesawu Caerdydd y gêm yna. Wel, lle i ddechrau gyda'r gêm yna, roedd popeth yn ddi, ond y cyfan yn y diwedd yn dod lawr i'r gic ola. Fe fethon nhw gic rhai munudau yn gynharach, ond nhw'n gywir yn yr ymodau mwyaf heriol hyn o Sioned pan oedd hi'n cyfri.
Do, fi credu'r ail hanner na nath Aberafan rheoli'r gêm yn llawer fwy effeithiol yn Pontypool. Y Pont-y-pŵl wneud beth o'n i'n meddwl falle bydden nhw yn wneud, ddim eistedd nôl i raddau, ond falle just treial i reoli fe falle yn lle, falle ymosod yn mynd amdani fel nath Aberafan. Ond cael Cil yn cylan ar y diwedd fyna, nath e ddangos ei werth. Dath e mlaen ar y hanner amser a nath e rheoli'r gêm a nath e newid y gêm yn gyfan gwbl i Aberafan.
Am gêm? Gwylio events, ddim yn gwybod... Wel, yn gyntaf llongyfarchiadau, wyt ti wedi bod yn rhan o gêm fel la, o ymdrech fel la, i ddod nôl o fod ar ei holi yn yr ymodau?
Ie, mor falch dros y boys fel, ar subs yn dod mlaen, just cadw yn y gêm, cadw'r cynllun, a da iawn i Cil yn ar y diwedd fe. Cic da iawn ar ôl methu cwpl hefyd, felly mor falch ymdrech arwrol gan y boys.
Ie, wyt ti'n gallu rhoi dy fus yna be yn union newidodd o safbwynt actegol hyn? Oedd e'n gêm o chi wedi tyfu mewn iddi yn amlwg?
Ie, fi'n meddwl chi'n cicio bach yn well, bach mwy fel oedd yn lib, so cicio trwyddo, cystadlu bach mwy, o'n i wedi hanner gyntaf wedi cicio bach i bell, a oedd dan nhw boys peryglus fel Kieran Meek, Morgan Lloyd, nhw'n cicio'n da, a ni'n chwarae mewn i nhw, ond os ni'n gwneud nhw dal, bwrw nhw, a wedyn ennill mae camgymeriad yn mynd i digwydd, a wedyn hwnna sut nath i cael tiriogaeth o ddod mewn i'r gêm, fi'n meddwl.
Bydde ti'n disgrifio'r fuddugoliaeth yma fel un o'r rhai'r gorau chi wedi cael yn y gyngrair, o ystyried chi ddim yn ennill nifer o gemau oddi cartre, dwi'n meddwl wedi colli 11 o 30 yn y gyngrair, a di pŵle ddim yn colli ar ei tom yn ei hunan.
Wel ie, chi'n iawn fyna'n dweud bod mae Pontypool yn lle anodd i ddod, sneb yn ennill lot ma, felly o fel cyfnod fi o sut fi wedi bod ma, canlyniad gorau fi wedi cael yn wedig oddi gartre, felly hapus iawn yno.
Ffantastig, mwynha hyn o. Diolch am damser di, a ni'n mynd i fynd nawr i gael mwy o mateb. Jason Hyatt gyda Owain Gwynedd.
Sorry, Jace, they've just thrown to us to have a chat. I know we're assessing the game here off camera, but what a win. A third time Pool have lost their own patch and you've come away with a bonus point win. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, I think we showed a lot of trust in the squad, as we talked about. You know, we were on the back of an excellent win, a 5-point win against RGC, and to come up here on a Thursday night in this sort of weather and produce a performance like that. It wasn't perfect by any standards, but I'm really proud of the boys for staying in the fight. We talked about that at half-time, get some field position, stay in the fight, be a little bit more clinical when we're in a create zone, and that's what we did. And obviously, huge bit of talent from Keelan, the 50-22. We won't see many better than that, and what an impact. Yeah, very happy with that.
Yeah, I'll ask you now, Keelan, about those kicks. Was that intentional, or was that just a kick and hope?
Well, like I said to you off camera just now, you know, I was in the 5-metre channel and seen 3 big pooler blokes about to nail me in the touch. So the kick was always the option. I knew it had to be a decent kick because they had a solid backfield all night and their kicking game was good. And once it took that first bounce and I seen it was bouncing towards the touchline, I had a sneaky feeling it was going to go out.
Yeah, then you had to kind of calm yourself down for that penalty to win it. Last kick of the game, what was going through your head?
As a kicker, I think, you know, you practice them situations all the time, and it's a credit to Gwilym, the captain, and the boys around me to trust me to take that kick. You know, we fought hard to come back to 24-all with nothing left on the clock, and we got the bonus point. So, yeah, it was down to me to kick it over. So happy with the outcome.
Yeah, happy days getting the win. And must be said, you said a couple of boys maybe not happy they weren't starting. Shea Smallman, must be said, came on as a wrecking ball as well to score a couple of tries.
Yeah, I think, you know, we look for impact. You know, we call them energisers, and that's what they're there for. And you know, it's as I said, you know, it's just nice to see guys coming off the field. But the youngsters as well. The oldest player we had in the front row was George Merritt, who's celebrating his 22nd birthday today. Dylan James is 19 and Morgan James is 21. So, you know, that's credit to what we're trying to do as a club. We've embraced the SRC. We're trying to develop players and young players, and people like Gwilym and Keelan have come here to sort of express themselves and have moments like Keelan just did there. Phenomenal.
Yeah, phenomenal night. Guys, thank you for your time. Still raining heavily. Enjoy tonight. Go and drive yourselves off. Thank you so much, guys. I know Morgan Lloyd is behind me somewhere here. Morgan, if I can bring you in. Thanks for your time.
Cheers.
That's got to be a tough one to take, considering 19 points up at half-time. You scored a nice little try to begin with. Just tough conditions to control a game, I assume.
Yeah, I think in the first half, I think We played the weather well in terms of not playing our own half. And then we meant to do the same in the second half, but I think, we just went away from it, I think, and then that's what let us down. And obviously we were so much ahead, we kind of took the foot off the gas, I think, and then they just built their way back in the game, and then last minute they won it.
Yeah, I can see that you're hurting. Yeah. Pontypool don't lose here very often. How much does it hurt? How much does it mean to the boys to that this place is a fortress?
Yeah, obviously if you look at the record, we're quite good at winning at home, and we rarely lose here. So we've tried to build it like a fortress, not to lose at home. But when we do, I think we take it to heart really, because we're losing at home, and then obviously it's disappointing for the supporters as well. Yeah.
Cheers Morgan, thank you for your time.
Cheers, thank you.
Anodd dadansoddi'r gêm, achos wnaethon ni treulio rhan fwyaf hanner amser yn canmol gêm cicio'r tîm cartre, ond hynny wedi newid yn gyfan gwbl, a Aberafan rheolodd y gêm cwarter o'r yna heb Oscar.
Ie, dathon nhw'n ôl mewn i'r gêm. Newidon nhw'r ffordd nhw'n mynd i ware, y gêm tactegol, y gêm cico na. Gathon nhw bach o tiriogaeth trwy hwnna, wedyn nhw'n glinigol yn yr ail ar ugen, war y tegin nhw, gathon nhw cyfle'r diwedd, wedyn i ennill y gêm, a na fel ath momentum y gêm y diwedd a reidodd e bant o Pontypool.
Be ma'n ni'n gweud meddylfryd nhw nawr, hefyd yn dod i'r ryle, maen nhw'n gwybod mai dwywaith yn unig Pontypool di colli fan hyn yn oes y gyngrair.
Ie, mae'n hopp enfawr i nhw yn wedi dod i rwle fel Pontypool ar o bant y fuddugoliaeth, a ddim just fuddugoliaeth, yn fuddugoliaeth yn y ffordd wnaethon nhw ennill yn y ffordd wnaethon nhw cael, ond mae gêm heno jyst yn dangos bod rygbi yn bendant yn cêm o ddoi hanner. Aberafan dath allan y tîm gorau'r ail hanner ni yn y modd dath nhw rheoli'r gêm, newid pwynt ymosod, cici gwahanol, gwmwys y pethau nath Gwilym sôn am fan hyn gyda ni, ond fi credu yn y munud ola na Aberafan yn wir oedd yn heiddi y fuddugoliaeth.
Wel dyna i chi pa mor wyntog mae hi fan hyn yn ffwl o heno. Un o'r nosweithiau gweithawr ran y modau. Dwi wedi bod yn rhan ohoni, ond dyma'r cais dath a fe yn gyfartal heno, Ciren, a hwn falle newidodd momentum y gêm.
Ie, fi'n credu nhw'n positif hefyd, y ffordd nhw moyn ware'r gêm, dadlwytho tu ôl y tacl fyna, cadw'r bel yn fyw, a wedyn y doi nhw'r tu fewn, gallu un o'r ysgori, ond y mewn nhw'r sy'n cael y cais, a dath hwnna nhw bach o hwb nhw mewn i'r gêm, a bach o sbardin nhw a adeilad nhw ar hwnna.
Ie, 24 yr un yn mynd mewn i'r 8 munud ola, a dyma'r gic ola seliodd hi, eithon nhw am y pist yn gynharach, a ti'n cwestiynu falle'r penderfyniad, oedd hwn bach yn hawsach, ond dal ddim yn hawdd, Sioned?
Na, ddim yn hawdd o gwbl. Oedd y mantis gyda nhw fyna, o'n i wir yn meddwl, o'n nhw'n mynd eto am y gornel, achos oedd y sgarmau symudol yn effeithiol iddyn nhw, ond mae Ciel yn cael yn amlwg yn hoff iawn o cael y pwysau i'r sgwydda fe, ond mae'n jyst yn dangos y ffydd hefyd sydd gyda'r tîm yn ddo fe fel nath y sôn y diwedd y gêm, a diwedd ddim yn cic hawdd o bell ffordd, ond mae fe'n un sy'n heiddiannol o fuddugoliaeth fyd.
Jyst yn gweld, be fydd Hancock yn dweud?
Bydd e'n siomedig, fi'n credu, dyn nhw wedi ennill y gêm na, oedd e'n 24-12 a rhyw 15 fan hyn i fynd falle, a falle cael nhw lawr tymor bach, a falle dyn nhw wedi cael bach fwy o tiriogaeth a ware'r gêm yn ardal Aberafon, ond war y teg i Aberafon, dath nhw'n ôl mewn i'r gêm.
Ie, fantastic. Right, wel cyfle i chi cymryd anal dros y penwythnos, achos dim rygbi byw, ond mae pêl-drod byw, sgorio 2 colwyn yn croesawu'r Bari, hynny ar y we am 5 o'r gloch. Dydd Sadwrn, ni chyfbwyntiau Super Rygbi Cymru ar YouTube i chi nos lun, cyn bod ni'n crynhoi'r cyfan nos Fawrth am 10 o'r gloch. Pob lwc i ti, Ciren, dros y mis nesaf. Siôn, diolch yn fawr am damser di, a mi fyddwn ni nôl ar yr unfed ar 20 o Dachwedd wrth i gasnewydd croesawu Caerdydd. A gobeithio llws Sioned a Ciren, mi fyddwn ni'n dathlu buddigoliaeth i Gymru erbyn ni. Ond diolch am eich amser, welwn i chi'n fuan.